5 seconds to start. Well, what's up, everyone? It's a bold one here, and today we are doing the legendary event, One Famous Wookie. This is known as one of the hardest events that Capital Games has put out, maybe besides C3POs. But today is a very special video because I actually have some guests, and I'm going to go ahead and let these guys introduce themselves. I've met some of them I've known for quite a while, and they're going to be walking me through this today. It's going to be very fun, maybe a couple hours, maybe 30 minutes, who knows. So I'll let you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves. Alrighty. And also, if you guys didn't know, Valhoon is actually undefeated in Grand Arena. So, and he's got the documents to prove it too. It's actually quite impressive. Awesome. Let's see. Okay. Can't hear them. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I'm gonna have to get you guys synced up real quick. I just noticed that I was listening onto it and they can't hear you guys either. So let me sync it real quick. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you're right. I thought I did, but I didn't. And so I'm going to figure out how to do that real quick. Is it a quick fix? To record internally. Right. Okay. Yeah. How would I do that? That's actually a good question. Would it be audio input capture? Let's see. Just stand by, everybody. We're gonna try to get our gang up on the mic so you guys can hear them as well. Why is that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see. You said number 2. And we should enable it. Right. Okay, so voice meter, microphone. Let's see. We got voice meter, aux input. Then we got microphone, stereo mix, voice meter, microphone. 8, but that's from my webcam. The last one was, so we don't want that one. Let's try this one real quick. Okay. Stereo mix. Okay, we'll try that then real quick. Okay, so can our YouTube viewers, or yeah, the YouTube viewers, can you guys hear them yet?
Can you hear us?
So we'll give it a second real quick. I guess I could listen through my headphone or my phone and see. Yeah, the YouTube viewers, can you guys hear them yet?
Can you hear us?
Yep, there we go. All right, we got it. Yep. Okay, I heard him. I heard calling to the thing.
Yeah, I think that was it right there.
All right,
Nice.
now we're cooking with peanut oil. Do it. All right, guys. So, as you know, my friends here, they're going to be joining us through this event, walking me through it. They're going to feel the pain that I'm going to have to endure. But we are at Tier 5. So, this will be kind of a warm-up, Tier 5 and 6, hopefully. Hopefully I don't stumble there because that's not going to be good. And then we'll go for the real meat. So I'm doing
what are your?
What's that?
I was just saying. What were your gear levels the last time when you passed on phase 4?
That's a really good question. My guess is that everybody would have been gear 8 or 9, and then Dengar wasn't even 5 stars yet, so he probably would have been like gear 5 or something.
All right.
So let's do it. We're gonna do a Boba lead. Not the best.
No boss.
Yeah, no boss. So not the best lead, but it's doable.
Fruit guy.
What?
He said
Hey,
it's
that
doable.
Look, my RNG has been crap all day, so.
Good Lord. All right. So the usual strategies from what I hear is that we're supposed to go for Chewbacca first. Am I right, guys?
I don't remember on tier 5 what the kill order is. I remember what the tier 7 kill order is.
Okay. Let's
And
hit.
it's Chewbacca first.
Yeah, we'll hit Chewie first. Oh, there goes IG-88.
I can't see you on YouTube. You need to like switch your screens.
I need to switch my screens.
Nope, I'm buffering. Never mind.
Okay, I was
My
like,
phone's bad.
I was like, I'm watching myself on my phone so I can keep up with chat, and I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing you. I'm gonna try to stun. Man, Chewie's just going ham.
Also, you can't stun Han.
What's that?
You can't stun Han. He's guarded.
Oh, okay. Then I'll keep that in mind for next time. All right. Let's stun Chewie. Hang in there. Okay, so not a very good first attempt. So, man, this is going to be a rough night, guys. I can already feel it.
How are they currently modded? Did you mod them all for potency?
To be honest, I know 3 of them are. Boba, I believe IGDA, and Vanguard, but not everybody else. So,
Yeah, you need a lot of potency with Boba.
You want to get their potency up to about 100 apiece, so you're splitting about 250% health among them.
Yeah, I know that his lead, that's kind of like the best way to do it, but let's take out him. Okay. So we got Lando.
For me, I always waited to do AoEs. When I went through, I didn't do a lot of... I don't think I did any AoEs. Just about the whole time I went through the event. And this was tier 7. I always tried to put the execute on Chewbacca because that would take all the buffs off, so hopefully it didn't hit us hard.
Yeah, I just executed with him now just because I needed him to try to get Bounty Hunter's resolve.
So I do remember that the only reason I passed the Chewbacca event is that the one time I got decent RNG, Bosk, I know you don't have Bosk, but Bosk used his mass attack, and Cad and Boba both like debuff on basic and double tap, and my entire bounty hunters went from like red to like almost full health and protection just by doing that. Huh. So like you need to stack them with so much health and protection.
Yeah. Mostly
health.
Yeah, we'll after this round we'll kind of go back real quick and evaluate mods and see what we can get switched around.
Make loadouts everything you're about to gut.
Yeah, I just did that with my arena team just in case I needed to do that.
Hey, at least you waited until after GA lock to do this.
Yeah, that was a good idea because I would have screwed myself up. So, all right, there we go. So we got tier 5. That means we do have him. He is unlocked now. Let's go. We're gonna check out mods. Yeah, I'll go ahead and unlock him at least. So let's check out everybody's mods. I'm guessing you guys are all watching, so I don't have to explain all the mods that are going on right now.
Yeah, we're just now getting to unlock.
Okay, cool. All right, so here's what we got for Boba Fett. So, offense, some potency.
We're on about a 3 to 4 second delay from the video to the audio because we hear you, but we don't see it because of the ping. So.
Okay, that makes sense. Got some speed on him. I might be able to do something different with that. Critical damage and then 24 potency. But let me see his... that's not what I'm looking at. I'm going to look at stats. So his potency is 72%, so it's not amazing.
What's the cross? Okay, good. You got potency cross on Boba.
Yeah, potency cross on Boba. I think the same is for IG-88, and I don't think for Greedo. No, I guess I did have potency on him too. Getting ready for this event. Let's see. We'll go look at Dengar. His mods aren't that good. Yeah, health. Second, defense, critical damage, speed, and offense. So we might want to do something different with his. Let's look at IG-88s. So offense for damage, defense, protection, and offense. But he's got a... let's see, so let's find a potency mod real quick for him. Okay. So, do you guys see all these mods that I'm running through right now?
Yeah, you looks like you're lacking on like potency sets.
Yeah.
Those potency sets are gonna be pretty huge because they're gonna give you I forget exactly what it is, but that's pretty big potency boost.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's look at his...
You can also sort by potency just so you can get the best potency secondaries.
Yeah, let's do that. So let's run back.
Yeah. The right-hand sort is for secondaries, where you can. I usually use it for secondaries. So I pick on the left side. I pick what mods I'm looking for. On the right side, I pick which secondary I want to sort it by. So you want to probably look for potency mods with high potency secondaries, and probably speed and protection.
Okay, so let's look for potency primaries, and then we'll look at protection, extra potency. What were the other two? You said health and defense, or speed? Speed was the other one.
Speed, protection, and potency secondaries. Sort by potency secondaries.
Okay.
Or you can just be like Ryrock here and have Greedo shoot 9 times on tier 7 and just blow someone up in one go.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I think the most I got when I did a 7-star Chewie was maybe 3 hits.
3 hits?
Yeah. I
didn't use
terrible.
Greedo. He was too squishy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Greedo's actually really good if you get good RNG. If he lives and you get good RNG, like, Greedo's pretty good, especially if you put a lot of crit damage on him.
Right. Yeah, that's what I got him. His sets modded out too. So I think it's actually a potency set, and I think I was one away from crit damage.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say you also don't need a ton of crit. What do you call it? A ton of potency on him, but I mean for this event, I guess you do. But in general, you don't really need a ton.
Yeah, I think when I had modded him originally, it was for this challenge, and so.
Sure.
I think that's why I modded him the way I did. What do you guys think? Should I change anything up, or should I just try to roll with it for a bit and see what happens?
If you're looking to get 7-star Chewbacca, you should remod, because you're going to have to remod anyways. And since we're here, you might as well do it.
Right. So what should I remod? Should I leave Boba and Greedo alone and work on the other guys, or...
Start with Boba Fett, because he's going to need your best mods. He is your damage dealer. He's going to carry the team.
Okay, so
yes.
We're going to go for potency. Potency sets. Okay.
Well, first look for a potency triangle with crit damage secondary.
Okay. So say that one more time. Potency?
A potency triangle, crit damage primary.
Crit damage primary?
Yes.
Yeah, crit damage primary.
Okay.
On the triangle. Potency, set, crit damage primary.
Okay. We got one.
Alright, put that on him.
Okay.
What's the...
Actually, before I do anything, let me make sure I have a set saved for him real quick.
Oh, yeah, go for it. That would be the intelligent thing to do.
I really don't want to have to remod. Okay. I'm just going to make a new one because I don't even know what I was doing there.
And getting good triangle mods for me is one of the worst things in this game to farm.
Triangles and crosses are easily the worst mods in this game to farm.
Yes.
Because they have such a range of useful secondaries.
Yeah.
Or primaries, I mean.
I was trying to get a tenacity cross on a tenacity set for my crew in Bosk, and it took me forever to find one.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's the thing, right? Like, you need offense crosses, tenacity crosses, potency crosses, health crosses. Like, You just need everything on the cross.
All right, so we got his arrow done.
So an offense. So potency set cross, offense primary.
Potency set cross, offense primary.
Yes.
We got one. IG88 has it.
Well, you want him to have the offense because you want everyone else to give him health.
Okay.
Right, because he's gonna carry the team.
Right.
IG88 is gonna die because he's squishy. So you need Boba and Dengar to carry.
Okay.
Yes.
So.
And Dengar's gonna be stealth, so he doesn't have to worry too much about like stack health and protection.
Yeah. So let me make sure I get everybody's stuff saved real quick.
When I was going through, if Dengar didn't immediately get stealth before R2 used smokescreen, I would retry it because I knew there was no chance for me to win it.
Yeah, I noticed the level of difference that first time he didn't get R2 didn't get the smoke screen off. But the second time, I probably could have beat it a lot faster if he hadn't smoke screen first. Suicide mode.
Because most of the time R2 is going to smoke screen on his health.
Okay, so making sure we got this. It's go for a cross, and it's going to be a offense primary.
Yes.
And then what's set?
Boba Fett potency set offense primary.
Okay, yeah, IG88 has it, so we'll take it from him. Okay, I don't have enough slides, even though it doesn't matter. All right, what else are we looking for?
You want protection. Protection circle. Potency protection circle.
Yeah. Hang on,
and then just.
Let's see. Yeah.
Well, say the rest of his mods. The rest of his mods should just be potency mods with protection and speed secondaries, except for the speed arrow.
Okay. Let's go to that. There are some noise complaints in the chat, so I was adjusting some stuff real quick. Okay.
Well, I'm loud in general, so I apologize.
They said it was something about an echo because my Logitech cam also has a mic on it, so it was probably double.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. All right. So, are we done with Boba Fett? There's something else I heard you said, and I was reading stuff.
Well, you just want to put the rest of his mods potency mods, but you want speed triangle and protection circle, and the rest of, and then like the square and the diamond or whatever. They're only one thing.
Okay, so we'll just look for potency stuff at the second. All right.
Yeah, so you want to look for protection and speed secondaries for him.
Protection and speed secondaries.
So it's still echoing, guys.
What is it? Protection.
Hey, a bold one. Do you have headphones with a mic?
Mm-hmm.
Because that'll prevent the I can't really see you well, but I think that's how you prevent the echoing through OBS.
Well, I turned off the Logitech cam. I turned off its voice, so it shouldn't be an echo anymore. But I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. All right, so real quick, I'm gonna look through some of these. So that one's got protection.
Yeah. And the chat here, Ryrock makes a pretty good point. If you have a pretty good offense arrow, offense primary arrow, and you have pretty good speed on it, you could try using that if you feel like you need the extra offense.
Yeah, that is very true.
Big deal.
Yeah, if you have like a plus 16, plus 15 offense like triangle or offense arrow, that would be great.
Okay.
But I didn't mention it because it has to be like potency set, offense primary, and like a 15 or better speed secondary.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on Boba Fett, I wasn't able to get the only other off square mod and arrow mod. Don't have any secondaries with potency and speed, or not potency and speed, protection and speed. So on his offense, the other only one is a blue one. So this might be the best we can run with Boba at the moment. So.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll go to Greedo.
So it looks like the echo is from you, Bold One, not from us.
No, that's what I would. No, I knew it was for me, but well, okay. What I'm gonna do? But if I turn off my Discord, or if I turn off my microphone, you guys aren't gonna be able to hear me in Discord. I don't think. So I'll be able to hear you. I know that. Still an echo for me. I don't. Let's see. Don't know where the echo would be coming from. Logitech cam is turned off. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Got the mic. Maybe just turn it down. Let's see. We'll go with that. There still might be an echo, but I'm not really for sure how to get input capture.
I don't know if that does it. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
We can.
I don't know if there's an echo still, but we'll just run with it for the moment. Sorry about that. Because usually I don't have my headphones on, so I'm just talking through my cam, but... Alright, so what about Greedo? What are we looking for on him?
So pretty much the rest of them, you just want potency mods with protection and potency secondaries.
That sounds better.
Okay, that sounds better. Okay, cool.
Yep, that did it.
Alright, so we're going to look for potency mods with potency secondaries. What else did you say? Secondaries? Protection?
Potency and protection secondaries. You want protection. You want protection circles, protection crosses, protection triangles, if possible. You want that because they're going to get max health pools. You just want to max out their survivability.
Delay.
Also, feel free to tell me I'm wrong. I'm just saying, like, in my opinion, you just want to spot them for survivability.
No, I mean, I know what you mean. The problem is that I don't really have a real big diversity of mods, and so that's probably where I'm lacking a little bit.
All right, we'll start with Cad. Start with Cad Bane then, because Cad Bane is the next most important because he needs to survive because he has a stun.
Right.
So do him before Greedo then. If you don't have as much diversity in your mods, mod them in order of importance.
Okay, so we'll do protection and potency.
Bold One, if you want my honest opinion,
yeah.
You probably should have gotten Bosk. You're gotten him to 7-star, just as you should get those Zetas on your Rebels.
Yeah, it's definitely on the list somewhere down the road. Just not at the moment.
Hashtag 2020 goals.
Yeah, because it's gonna take me till next year to probably get him because I got so much stuff I'm trying to mod right now or build up. It's crazy. Let's see. Sorry that I don't roll to 5 and then roll to 10 and then I just kind of.
Well, no, that. Don't worry about it.
And then here.
Dude, mods is so important in this game. I can't tell you how much focus I put into mods and how much credits I have just about wasted on mods and then just sold them back immediately.
I'm literally. I'm literally always under 5 million credits because I'm rolling grades.
Yeah, have you guys seen my credits that I'm hoarding right now?
Yeah,
Dude,
85 mil.
if I had that many credits, I'd just have better mods.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's not a knock on you specifically. It's like I would roll all my grades. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, I know
I'm actually doing 6 mod refreshes. 6.
Yeah.
Nuts. I'm so focused on mods right now. I do 3 refreshes for farming mods and 3 refreshes for salvage.
Well, just for this event, I've spent about 25 million credits rolling mods and moving stuff around.
Oh, and so just so you know, this event is harder than C-3PO, but easier than C-3PO. By that I mean the Ewoks are wet noodles, so part of the RNG there is how many assists you get, because they can kill you when you're just trying to win. At least with the bounty hunters, when you finally get a turn, you have the DPS to kill them.
Yeah.
The hard part is just surviving.
Imagine going into the 3PO event with a bunch of old Bens or Barrises.
Right? Oh, and the other part about the C-3PO event is that you had to restart after like a 5-minute battle. With the bounty hunter event, you just restart every 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Did I survive with 4 bounty hunters? Did I kill Chewie immediately? No? Restart.
Dude, for me, man, as I've said, and I've told people this, I don't know how I did it. I had Gear 12 Zeta Bosk, Gear 11 Boba, Gear 10 Dengar, Gear 9 Greedo, Gear 8 Cad Bane, and somehow I was able to 7-star Chewie.
That's crazy.
Well, to be fair, like, Cad Bane is super important because he has a stun and accuracy down. Accuracy down doesn't sound like a lot until you realize it's minus 25%.
Yeah.
And he double taps, which means he has 2 chances to inflict accuracy down.
Yep.
I'm gonna mod. I'm gonna finish modding him out. And go back to the event and see what happens next.
Yeah. So at this point for like IG-88, you should just put all protection mods on him that have any potency secondaries. If you don't have potency mods, just anything with a potency secondary that has a protection primary. He is so squishy.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous how squishy it is.
Man, I'm looking at your at the screen here, and I see you can be slicing some gold mods. I don't know how you still have some of those. I use those immediately.
I'm a really micromanager, and so like I can't work outside of the stuff I'm focused on, or it drives me crazy. And so that's why I usually have so much.
I could slice like 10 or 12 mods to 60 right now. The trick is you have to find the right ones to slice, because I'm looking for ones that have the right. I'm looking for the right mod set with the right primary with the right secondary.
Yeah.
All right.
Because once you move them. You should get this. I mean, it's going to be tough, but you should get this.
Alright. So you guys said you normally don't do the AoE starting out? Should I just wait?
The only AoE you should do is IG-88.
Okay.
Yeah.
But don't do it right away.
No. Yeah, I would always try to lead out with Boba's Execute on Chewbacca.
Also helps a lot.
Man, getting his offense up and the crit damage, crit chance, getting all that stuff off, that's huge. Because Chewie's the one who's gonna kill you probably more than anyone.
Yeah, because once you get Han and Chewie out, it's usually kind of easier. Now, you still have Lando's AoEs and Leia's, but
just one more quality of life thing for you, a bold one. When I did this, I had to watch the entire cutscene every single time I did this.
I know, that's what I was afraid of. I was like, God, am I gonna have to watch every cutscene over and over? But it looks like they took that out, which was nice. So.
Yeah.
I didn't have to.
Wait, what's that?
I don't think I had to.
I did it the first time. The first time you had to watch it every single time. Sorry, I didn't. I tried to catch myself a little there, but it was so infuriating because you had to sit there for 30 seconds to watch the stupid intro, then die and restart.
I remember when this first came out. It was. Well, I can remember the day. It was September 27th. My brother was getting married that day, and I, for some reason, stayed up till 2:30, 2:45 trying to unlock Chewbacca, and I probably tried it, 50, 75 times that morning.
So you should win this year. You still have a chance. We're behind on the delay, but by the time you
people are saying that the game volume's too loud over the sound or the voice, so they can't hear. All right, so should I hit Han or should I do like Death from Above? What do you guys think?
No,
this is not where you use the AOE. So the problem with Boba Fett is that he double taps, and you want to hit R2 here because R2 is the only one that doesn't counter.
Okay. Spread the love. If I'm doing this bad on tier 6, I am not gonna be ready for 7. I'm just gonna let you guys know. This is gonna be bad.
Man, it's so RNG dependent. It is almost stupid how RNG dependent this is.
Let's see, hang on. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of feedback from the chat real quick. We can't hear you over the game sound effects. Read the chat, please. So, I mean, do you guys just want me to turn it off? Because that's no fun for anybody. Obviously, is it that loud? I mean... Alright, I'm just gonna keep playing.
Rip.
Yeah.
Alright, so if I'm the sound effects are really loud. And we cannot hear the bold one, but we can hear everybody else. Okay. I bid you
Go into the top left and turn the audio off.
Is he using OBS?
Yep.
No, in game. Turn the audio off in game.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Do that or
Okay.
turn your desktop audio way down if you're using OBS.
Well, on
Sorry,
OBS,
I'm on.
On OBS, I'm on the last tier, so I mean, I don't know how to make it any more quiet than that.
Oh, that's kind of weird. You just mute it altogether, either in game or in OBS.
Yeah,
Yes.
pretty much at this point. So
Yeah, it's pretty loud. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't too loud, but it was pretty loud.
okay, yeah, we'll just turn it off right now, and then I guess we just won't have any sound. That's fine. All right. Okay, that didn't go like I thought it would. So I get that the contract, you know, you get if you hit the contract, but it sucks because Han always goes first, and so. Oh, okay, big hit there. All right. AOE time.
You want to use Dengar to target Han Solo because he can't get counterattacked when he's stealthed.
Right. So what do you guys think? Who's next?
When did Rolo use her AOE? Because it has a 15 turn cooldown that gets reduced by crits. So that means it goes to like a 10. It has a 10 cooldown essentially.
Okay, I wasn't keeping track of it, to be honest.
Well, she's probably. I'd go after Lando because he doesn't have foresight. That's just me.
Yeah.
I think I did Rolo first. I forget why I did that. And I think I just tried to keep Lando ability blocked or stunned.
Oh, don't die me yet.
Rolo has counter chance, which is why I don't like going after her.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
annoying.
Okay. Double tap, come on. Ooh, there we go, big hit.
Yeah, looks like you're getting it.
Yeah, we're a little delayed here, but it looks like.
As long as I'm going to stun to death.
Ooh.
Come on. And there we go.
There you go.
Woo!
You got it.
All right, cool.
Nice.
All right, so we got tier 6, and it took probably 3 or 4 tries. That's what it looked like.
Dude, that's not
This
bad.
Yeah, it took me about 10 tries on tier 6.
Yeah, but
And
now it's going to get wild here in a second. So,
Yeah.
All right, so the chat's saying they think I should go Lando first, then Rolo, then R2. Oh, no, I think he was telling me at the end of that. Okay. I was like, shouldn't I get Chewie first? But I know what he means now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Han Solo, you need to get out because he goes first to fulfill the contract. So you need to get him out after Chewbacca. Rolo counterattacks and has a long cooldown on her AoE. So you don't have to kill her as fast.
Right. Imagine if I got this first try. This would be beast mode.
I'd be pissed.
I would be mad.
I mean, I'd be happy for you, but I'd be pissed at how long it took me with a tier 12 boss lead.
Man.
Yeah, this is the intro I had to watch a million times when I did it the first time.
Yeah, that's not a good way to start off.
Man, I remember when I ended up getting when I got Chewbacca, it was I think there was like an hour and a half left. I didn't try the event like the past 2 days, and I literally just said,
Restart.
"Screw it! I'm just gonna try it again."
But that's actually a decent. If your Dengar had stealth, this would have actually been a pretty good start for you. Just to be honest.
The only one that died was Greedo, and then
because Greedo is squishy. Also, restart right away. You'll just hate yourself if you keep losing. This is gonna take a while.
Yeah, that's probably good advice now that I think about it.
Spend less time being miserable. Just keep restarting.
Oh, yes. Come on, everybody! Come on! Stay with me. That's fine. Oh, okay. Okay, not a bad start.
Yeah, honestly, if you don't have the start that you want, just restart it. If Dengar doesn't stealth, restart it.
Okay.
Because if you can't target Chewie first, it's gonna make these events so much harder.
Execute on Chewbacca first.
Yes.
Okay, I want
because they all.
Okay, well there goes IG8. Oh, there goes. Yep. All right.
So one thing to remember too is they have all their Zetas, which means Chewbacca has loyal friends, so him and the guarded allies recover health and protection every time he hits. So you need to give him health immunity, so he won't gain that health and protection when he hits.
Right. Okay. Well, Dengar didn't stealth, and yeah, I think this is gonna go south real fast.
Yeah. You only need one. And like my bounty hunters weren't a ton better than yours outside of just having Bosk. Yeah, just.
Should I restart or should I go for it?
Restart.
Okay. Yeah.
Restart. Okay, so if Dengar doesn't stealth, restart.
Okay.
If Cad Bane is dead, restart. Like you need Cad Bane for the stun.
We lost IG8. Greedo's about to go down, it looks like. Alright. God, Han freaking one-shot my ass. Yeah, I don't think that's going to go the way I want it to. Nope. Yeah, this is going to be a while, I think. But luckily I got you guys, and then I got our group watching us, so. Okay, it's not a terrible way to start. If I can stop getting AoE to death, that'd be great.
Those AoEs are brutal.
In a perfect world, you have Bosk lead, and you also have Django. So you have another guy that reses when he gets murked.
Yeah.
In a perfect world.
In a perfect world, yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm serious. Like, I think Django made this event easier because I saw somebody get it with like Gear 10 bounty hunters, Zeta Bosk, and with Django and Boba.
Yeah.
Great.
So I honestly think that Django Fett made this event easier. So that's good for people who are just starting because that's actually a really good node.
Yeah, it is. Hey, someone's mentioned in here if you don't have all your Gear 12 Plus on Boba, that may be something you want to consider.
Why is that? I guess for survivability?
I mean,
I think he also his Gear 12 pieces give him like plus 4,000 health. I think he has one that gives him health steal, and I think he has a bayonet or something. I don't remember exactly what his gear is, but it definitely adds to his offense and survivability.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely look to consider that if we get into the 45 more minutes of getting wrecked in the first, yeah. But
just remember, this took me 4 days, and I finally gave it to my daughter to do. And I had a 9-year-old with all the patience and time in the world ask me if she was supposed to get a turn.
Yeah. My daughter's 9 months, so I don't have to worry about that.
So just keep in mind, it wasn't just me who was like just over this event.
That's not good. We lost Boba so early.
I'm gonna tell you what. I've been trying this all day long, and using the same team, and it's the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
If I could lend you guys my Bosk, I would.
Yeah.
Dude, I really, really would.
Man, I could give you my 100+ tenacity Bosk with 40 or 243 speed. I love that thing.
I mean, I won't help you with the Ewok event. You can wet noodle yourself to death all by yourself. But the Bounty Hunter event, I feel for you on.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. I mean, worst comes the worst. I don't do it this week. I can prep Django and Boss for next time around. So, that's a worst case scenario. But hopefully I can get it this week.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's just the sheer amount of RNG you're going to need.
Yeah.
Because you're like, what, 20 minutes in on the 7th tier?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, dude, that's nothing. That's nothing.
Yeah.
I literally spent hours trying to do this event.
Yeah, that's how it was with CLS's event. That was the first legendary event I did. It took me 2 days to do it.
Yeah.
So
I think the hardest event that I've done outside of like the Chewbacca and C3PO one is probably the CLS one.
Yeah.
And that's because you just want to do it with bare minimum. And you do it so early on in your playing career that like you just don't have the tunes.
Right.
I didn't find CLS too bad. I had like a Gear 11 Leia. And
well, that's why you did it.
Yeah.
The rest of us were doing it with like Gear 7s.
Yeah.
I had like Gear 8s and 9s, I think, and that was it.
Yeah, I think I passed it with like Gear 9 Leia, Gear 9 Old Ben, and everybody else was like Gear 7.
What really upset me was that Old Ben was like my best one, and he doesn't even get to to the end with you. And so it was like, okay, well, why did I work so hard on that when I didn't even realize that? I was stupid.
Oh, that's a restart on this one we're watching.
Yeah.
All right.
I can maybe get Chewie killed in time.
Man, it'll be.
Okay. Okay, there's one, but all right. Well, I'm not saying that I could one-shot Han Solo, but I'm not saying it's impossible either. Gosh, if I did it with just Greedo, or not Greedo, with Cad Bane and Boba Fett, that'd be legit. Should I double tap or should I execute?
Execute. Execute has more damage. I'm sure.
But double tap gives you 2 shots, and there's no debuffs to take off.
Yeah.
That's true.
But doesn't he also have counters on him?
Yes, but if you execute, he's going to kill you anyways.
Yeah.
So if you can double tap him and kill him, because Han is squishy. He is a bit squishy. You just have to hope he dies here.
Gosh. Okay.
And it sucks to say, but then...
Oh, there goes that. Oh, sad day. Okay, so we got 2 of them knocked out. That was the best run so far. If we had killed Han, that probably would have been nice. But
oh, man. Yeah, that was a pretty close run.
If you can put the bayonet on Boba, you should do it.
Okay, I probably can.
I mean, you won't regret it in the long run anyways, because he has a decent-ish ship. Like, you're going to use it, especially with GA, when you have to have 2 fleets. And he's just really good plug-and-play.
Yeah, let's go peek at Boba Fett. I'm pretty sure I have all 3 pieces for him, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
And Dojison will yell at me if I ever bad talk Boba Fett anyways.
So we'll leave that bayonet on him, and then we'll go back and go from there.
Yeah, what does he take? Is it like a?
It should all 3 pieces out.
I mean, again, you won't regret it even if you pull the trigger early, right? Because he's one of my next ones to put the left side pieces on.
Mm-hmm. All right, I did it. So let's see what happens.
Honestly, if I had the materials for it, and I could do it, and I wasn't, obviously needing to put it on someone more important, I wouldn't feel bad putting them on me either.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I wasn't trying to put them on Darth Revan and Sith Trooper, right, I'd be putting them on maybe not Boba Fett, but you know what I mean. He'd be pretty high up on that list.
Yeah. I even debated on putting a Zeta on him, mostly for GA.
I actually find that kind of annoying that Jango Fett gets it just in it, power creep, right? Jango Fett has that in his kit, full protection recovery. And Boba Fett's like, I get a little green lock thing above my head, guys. My dad gets all his protection back, though.
I do have to say that Jango and Boba, 3v3 Grand Arena, it's a terrifying team to go against. I hate running up against those.
I honestly like splitting them up simply because it's so tough to put Boba Fett under Jango because he already has Bounty Hunter's Resolve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that they're not great together. I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying, allocation of resources wise, I find it hard to do that.
Oh no, I agree with you. I would split them up too to help make more diverse teams and stuff. But I faced a couple of them and it wasn't fun.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I prefer Cad and Boba under Bosk because they do debuffs on all their abilities.
So I'll try to stun him, I guess. Nope, didn't work. Wow, it's the first time AGA8's actually, well, let's say, hey, he's actually in the fight, but he's gonna die now, too.
Don't forget to execute, Chewie.
Yeah, well, it sucked because they ability blocked me right off the bat, and so Boba couldn't execute.
Oh, dang.
I wish Greedo wasn't so squishy because I really like his ability to reduce turn meter, and his thermal detonators aren't too bad either. would I be wrong to not do thermal detonators on Dengar first? Like, should I try to get a big stun or something?
So you should try and stun Chewbacca. So like you have to look at. So if you look at your turn order, you have to look at turn meter, right?
Right.
You need to keep him stun locked, Chewbacca. So if you can stun him with the current character, do it because you only have 2 characters that can stun.
Right, which is these 2. Because Leia will go next, but she has guard.
She's also going to do her. She's also going to do her AOE, right?
Yeah.
Let's try to get a stun. Nope.
Man, I never have very good luck getting stuns with Dengar.
Yeah, I don't even.
He has pretty low base potency, I think. That doesn't help, but I definitely have a potency cross and a potency set on him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know what I have on Dengar. I need to remod so much.
I have potency and crit damage. That's probably incorrect because I haven't touched his mod since the Chewbacca event. But so a good 7 months since I've touched his mods.
So I got 2 crit chance sets and a health set.
That's probably better.
Okay, we got Chewbacca stun, but everybody's dying, so yeah. Well, let's see. Rock. I get I need to fulfill the contract first, but it's always Han, and Han's guarded, and I'm just gonna get blown out of the water every time if I go for him first, and so I gotta kill Chewie and then Han, and then
also Rock. If you watch like Arnold and I forget who else did it on their video, they did it by killing Chewbacca first. Yeah, they did it by killing Chewbacca first. Because killing Han first is bad because you can't stun him and he counter chances and double taps. So he's going to murder your entire squad while you're trying to kill him.
Yeah, because Chewie will assist with him every time he counterattacks. So, I mean, you're taking like 5 hits by the time he's done attacking you. And so.
Just be like me and enjoy your 6-star Chewie.
I honestly, 6-star Chewie's where I don't want to say it's where it's at, but you don't really need him for any of the raids per se, and you only need him 6-star for Smuggler's Run.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so the mythic or whatever, the absurdly hard one, you only need 6-star Smugglers.
I didn't know.
So basically, you can basically just use him everywhere at 6 stars. You're just losing some damage and some health, and gear 12.
Don't worry, that's just one more Mark 8 stun gun you're not going to need for another few months.
Yeah, this is not.
Yeah.
I could try to stun him, but. Reduce turn meter. Yeah, everybody's just going to die.
But you can see, but here's the thing: you can see that there's hope. That's the whole thing. You can see a line, you can see a pattern where you have a chance.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean, out of that one scenario, I mean, I got really close. I got 2 of them down, so I know it's not out of the realm of possibilities. And so.
Yeah, you got the 2 hard ones down. You got the 2 damage dealers down. I'm just saying, you just have to look at it that way. It is doable. You just need patience.
Yeah.
There was a lot of times when I was doing this where I couldn't hardly get out of the first turn without losing 1, 2, 3 guys. Yeah. And then when I ended up beating it, I didn't lose a single person.
Yeah, that's the kind of RNG I need, where I don't lose anybody.
Yeah.
Well, I've been trying all day with the same team. I had 490-something% total potency. And, I mean, it was just nothing for them to wipe out at least 2 characters on the first salvos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing that on average. They're getting at least 1 or 2 of them at a time. You know what? Let's see if I can get a... Oh, of course, Greedo on his first shot doesn't even double tap. What a skank. Gosh. It's like in PvP or PvE, Green Arena and stuff, Greedo will take 4 or 5 shots, but nope, not on the hardest challenge there is with Bounty Hunters. He won't.
You also took all his crit chance off.
Oh yeah, that's true. I did do that, didn't I?
Yeah. But no, I do agree with the sentiment. Also, like, Greedo has like one of the best payouts, but it's like, where does he fit?
Yeah.
Like, he gets like counter chance and everything. Man, I really want to use him under Embo in like phase 1.
We got a guy in
the
our
Sith
guild.
raid.
We have a guy in our guild who has just about completely maxed out bounty hunters, and he puts, I think he's gotten over 2 mil in phase 3. Phase 1, I think he's gotten 1.5 or 2 mil.
Oh come on, IGA! That was hitting him with like a wet napkin.
the other awesome thing about the bounty hunters too, like, I think Cad Bane is one of the most underrated bounty hunters because his ship is excellent, and I think he's actually like one of the top 3 bounty hunters, maybe 4th best bounty hunter in the game.
Yeah, we were talking about that a couple weeks ago. Like his ability to stun and dispel, his ability to double tap on a basic, and yeah, I just think he's an underrated character for sure.
He also has a stupid high protection pool.
Yeah. For somebody
no, like that
attacker, I think.
He's support. But yeah, like
speaking of rating, did y'all catch Cubs' top 25?
No.
I almost watched it, but I ended up watching something else.
It's on my list. I've been on voice chats all day today while I've been working outdoors and around the house, so I haven't really had a chance to watch anything on YouTube.
Man,
well, I feel like I would say, where did Badstula end up?
Man, she was like,
she's got to be top 5.
No, not at all.
What?
That's
she's the best character on my Darth Revan team, and it's not even particularly close. No offense to Darth Revan.
I'm pretty sure she was like 15th or 16th or something.
Darth Revan has that AoE fear. Outside of the AoE fear, he's I don't want to say useless, but like, he's okay. Badstula's the engine and the DPS. Like, have you seen AoE shock just like murder a Jedi team? I have.
No, it's devastating. Man, when I saw Darth Revan was 2nd, I was highly disappointed.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think Keith just picked that up because I don't think Darth Revan's that good.
No.
I think Darth Revan's kit is excellent. I think it's excellent in a way that Jedi Knight Revan's is not. Right? I think his kit is excellent because it's balanced.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I just think it's like, maybe how the kit, like, you think it would do better, I'm guessing, is what I'm trying to get at. Like, you think, his kit looks more devastating than it really is.
Darth Revan's kit is missing another piece.
Yes, and that's what I put a comment on Cubs' channel, and I almost said Darth Revan should not be on top 5, but I knew I was going to get hounded so hard for that. And it was because I've seen where Palpatine is such a better leader right now if you put Fallen Bastila in the squad. So much better.
I mean, I'm going to tell you this. I've fought some EP teams in Arena before Bachelor's rework, and I would avoid them because she would just ruin my day, even at like 4 stars.
Yes.
Fruga can attest to this too. When she first came out, I'm like, she's dumb. She's dumb. She's real good.
Yeah.
And I thought she was almost as good as I thought she was better than Trey. But like I would listen to arguments that she wasn't quite better than Trey. And now with her rework, oh yeah, she's got to be top 5.
Yeah. I mean, she alone just about transformed my Arena team. And I mean, Ryrock here makes a good point that, you know, we're probably missing something with Darth Revan, and I agree with that. We're missing something because we're not going to have a character like that not be, you know, not be this caliber that we're seeing him right now. He's got to be better.
Yeah, I think it's what they were talking about. I think it was Mobile and Arnold were talking about that probably a power creep. So just give it some time, and he'll probably just come out of nowhere.
So I think Darth Revan's, when you read his kit, he's one of those tunes that's going to be like CLS. So basically, the end game is Jedi Knight Revan, and by that I mean until they need, well, if they're not going to nerf Jolee or make him not synergize with Grandmaster Yoda, right? They're kind of stuck because he's the best team. It's not close. Yes, Darth Revan can beat him, but Jedi Knight Revan is still the best team.
Right.
Yes.
So, like, that's the goalpost. I feel like Darth Revan's one of those teams that's like going to be like CLS. He's always just going to kind of be there, right?
Yeah.
New tunes will come in and make him good. New tunes will come in and make him a counter, right? The biggest problem is that CG made, in my opinion, made Revan too good, better than they thought he would be. And I honestly think that I honestly thought that they thought that General Grievous would counter Revan or kill him on offense very, very consistently. I honestly think they thought that.
Do you think they thought that before they actually play tested it? Because I just remember seeing all the testing and it just wasn't really impressive. You think they tested it? That's cute. Well, no, that's what I'm asking you. I mean, do you think they did? Because I don't know if they do.
Well, they sure didn't with C-3PO.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Because he can't be doing that to Revan.
And then they fixed it in a month.
3PO is underrated.
C-3PO is a problem. He is going to be a big problem going forward.
Yep.
Yes. I mean, I'll see a CLS team in Arena, and if it has C-3PO, I won't touch it with a 10-yard stick. I mean,
so here's another thing too. Like, they ruined Finley because of his turn meter gain. Have they read C-3PO's kit? Like, that's like mono turn meter gain and reduction.
Yeah.
Like, they don't want these turn meter leads. That's what they say. Like, Finn and, like, Rex is going to get nerfed at some point. Sorry, guys. Because they're going to give him, like, a Zeta, and they're going to rework his leadership. But C-3PO's passive is okay. Where he just, like, if you're confused, he eats your turn meter and gives it to his team.
Yeah.
He, like, that's okay. I don't know. I don't know. For those of you who aren't Fruit Guy and don't hear me bitch about this on a constant basis,
well, I'm gonna say this: in the last 3v3 GA, one of the guys that I faced, he had Finn rework C-3PO and Holdo as a team, and they were going off like the tunes in the Chewie event, just like constant turns.
Dang.
Yeah,
and
it's the turn meter.
Now, like I said, after the rework, who knows if that'll work anymore? But
the last GA had the reworked kit.
The 3v3.
Yep, it had the reworked kit. That's why I couldn't win with Finn on offense.
Well, I guess if that's the case, then that team works in a 3v3 because I'm gonna tell you, I put some, I guess, solid B tunes against it because I'd used all my best to get back to it, but I mean, I came close on the very first attempt, and after that, every time after that, it was just a massacre.
Yeah, worth noting. One of the me and Dojison kind of talked about this, and we both have similar experiences with, and I'll kind of walk through the differences. But Akbar lead with C-3PO. I use Leia. He uses Ezra. So under Akbar, Ezra's call to assist counts as a non-attack move. If you call C-3PO, he reduces the cooldown of Ezra, and Ezra exposes on basic and double taps. So basically, Ezra just keeps double tapping with expose, and you're proccing Akbar's lead every time, and you just run everybody over and don't give them a turn.
That's stupid.
Yep. I use Leia because she triple taps or whatever. But I I beat a CLS team in TW using that Akbar lead.
I need to gear up my Akbar. That's just what I need to do.
If you're going to get the Falcon, Akbar needs to be gear 12. So I had to find a use for him because I gear 12'd him.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I was. But yeah, like, I beat a CLS. They killed Akbar right off the bat, but it was Leia, Ezra, and C-3PO. And, like, they just, for 4v5, just kind of walked through a CLS team.
Good grief.
C-3PO is stupid. Like,
yeah.
He has the single dumbest kid in the game. Like, if you actually read everything he does, man.
It's everything. I mean, besides dealing damage himself, he does literally everything. And instead of dealing damage himself, he makes everyone else deal damage.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think C-3PO is, like, an excellent character, like, kind of the way they have him. I just think that he's going to cause problems going forward. Right?
Oh,
he falls into that category of, like, he's kind of okay, but not really okay. And I really wish they would have fixed him instead of Finn, because he came into the game and broke 2 raids, so it's obviously Finn's fault.
You can't nerf your legendary character too much, or people will probably be pissed about it.
Yeah, you can't nerf him a month after he comes out. I get that. But I just don't see their line of thinking. And I'm not asking for them to explain it. I just hope they have a plan.
Yeah. Finn
and hopefully that plan is more testing in the future.
Correct. Like, they didn't test Droidica, who gets the one-shot Traya. I mean, they fixed that one pretty quick in P3. That lasted, like, less than 24 hours.
I didn't know about that.
But yeah, because of so when you stand alone, his speed gets reset to a negative amount. Mm-hmm. So when you topple and they come out, he gets an assist, and he assists off of B1, and he has negative 3,000 speed, right? And Traya has speed, so she dies.
That's
wow.
Because he deals damage equal to the difference in speed or whatever.
That's intense.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how it works, but something in his kit like allowed him to go like negative some thousand speed, and he just got to like one-shot Traya. So that was fun.
Yeah. Guys, my ass is getting spanked right now.
You've had a couple of close ones.
Yeah, I just need like I don't know. I feel like that execute on Chewie, he recovers everything just in time. After I get him executed. But...
So R2 has the cleanse Zeta.
Uh-huh.
So when Chewie goes, he crits because why wouldn't he be modded for 100% crit chance?
Right.
And then he cleanses himself. So like, there's no real good way to get around it, but you still need to execute him to get the health block on him. Because if you get lucky and get it to stick, right? There's so many moving pieces.
Yeah.
There was a big stun, but then he got stunned, and another stun. No.
Whap.
So, Dagger, what is your GP?
3.4.
3.4? Okay.
Yeah. Why?
Because I'm always kind of wondering. I'm always kind of curious some about GA teams and GA comps, and a lot of the bigger guys, they got 3.5 4 mil GPs, and I'm always looking to try to fill something with other tunes. What are some of those other Grand Arena teams that you like?
Well, 2 of the ones that should be on your radar pretty much at all times are you're doing the Smugglers event because you want to do Smugglers Run. So it's really easy to build a Kira team. They're all pretty easily farmable. Lando's ship is excellent. And then you're going to farm for Jedi Revan and Darth Revan, so just build the stupid Karth team. Those are 2 free teams for GA. And by free, I mean you're farming them anyways.
Right.
Another tip that you should definitely do is I'm 3.4, so I only have to lay 6 teams on defense for 5v5. However, I'm almost done with 14 teams because I'm getting ready for hitting 4 million. I don't want to get to 4 million and be like, oh crap, I need a 7th team.
Yeah.
So you should always be looking ahead. You said you were 2.4 million or 2.2?
Yeah, 2.2.
You should be getting ready right now for the 2.7 million rollover. Because when you get 2.75, you have to put another team on defense. You should make sure you have it before you get there.
Because right now,
you're laying 5 teams, right?
Yeah. I have like 3 strong defensive teams, and then after that, it just kind of goes downhill.
So, at some point, well, since we're here, I guess I'm gonna go into my account.
Yeah, I just got onto mine as well.
Well, I'll just say, like, I'll kind of screenshot some of the stuff I'm working on, and you'll see there's some Gear 7 and Gear 8 tunes in there I'm working on. But, like, the goal is to get the teams that I have done.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like a necessary right now project, because, like, I can put them together to make a team. But I have the squad selection tool is so insanely good.
Oh, I love it.
So I have teams that are tagged offense and defense. That doesn't necessarily mean that's where I always use them.
Wow, I just spelled ally wrong. Go figure.
All right, so I'm going to be posting some stuff in the screenshots channel. Hi, Hammerhead. I just saw you in the voice chat.
Hey, what do you got, dog? What is that? You leave that alone. Hang on real quick. Oh, God.
So if you go into the screenshots thing on Xylo's GA, you'll see that I posted my teams. From my squad selector. And
Yeah.
yes, some of them only have 2 or 1 tune, but, like, for example, there's that from the second wave, the Rex lead. I need to gear up Rex so I can put like Nest with him, right? So like the Phasma, I need to put a Phasma team together. And then there's the Wigs one where I just kind of plug and play some Rebels. And the TB tunes, and like I had to gear up POW anyways for Heroic Sith. So yeah, you can just kind of look and you can see like kind of what I'm working on here.
And yes, looks very similar to mine.
The what?
Your Phoenix there, but my Sabine is terrible.
Yeah. Well, I farmed Sabine because of her ship. Also, yes, those that CLS and that JTR team and that Treya team, those are 5v5 teams. There's no 4th and 5th.
Yeah.
Those are 3v5 teams. Unless CLS needs to kill, like, unless my opponent is like has it, because nobody, I shouldn't say nobody. People generally don't have their Treyas with A mods, so I can just kill their Treya 3v5 now. And I don't need tunes 4 and 5 usually against crew teams or boss team with JTR. Part of it's mods, part of it's just why bother with the extra tunes. Sometimes I'll throw a Scavenger Ray in with JTR just to make it kind of fairish. And sometimes I'll split up like CLS and Raidhan and Chewie. So it really depends. But yeah, like my offense teams are much. You can see the pool is much shallower on the offense teams because I'm not worried about offense most of the time.
Right.
You can always find ways to kill your opponent's teams. You just need the top teams to kill their teams.
Yeah.
Like now that go ahead.
Right now, I have. I got my first order Jedi and bounty hunters for defense, and then I got a kind of weak Phoenix and kind of a filler. Another just kind of filler defensive team. And my offense is, my arena team. I got my Night Sisters. I got my, CLS Rebels, JTR team, and then a Troopers team that I'm still building.
Yeah, I'm not planning to build Troopers anytime soon because I'm going to need Range Trooper, and it's still like 3-star level 50 Gear 4.
Yeah,
so
I've started
when I get around to farming. Yeah, when I get around to farming that, I'll farm Troopers, but I'm not a fan of TB, so I don't really see a point. Especially if they're going to change the skin. Why would I work on Troopers when they're going to require Geonosians and clones? So that's kind of where I'm at. Same with like Rogue One. I don't really have any real intention of finishing Rogue One.
Yeah, I've kind of been a fan of Troopers, and I've wanted to do Troopers. When I first got into our guild, there was a guy who had Troopers as his arena team, and he loved his Troopers.
Yeah,
and
I don't remember who that was, but yeah, he loved them.
If you want to, you can take a break from bashing your head against that brick wall, Bold One, and you can go like show us your squad loadouts for GA.
Yeah, I might grab me a beer real quick, and maybe this will make this a little bit easier to endure.
Because we're just kind of chatting here, and I don't want to. This is technically it's your stream, but
it's good because the more keeps me from having to like get my mouth dry talking the whole time. So.
I'm not commentating because I don't know how many ways I can describe you going down in flames.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like
I'm not even trying to be mean or anything, but like this what you're doing right now, it's just
the truth. And there's nothing I can do about it at the moment.
Hey, at least Boba resisted one attack just then.
Yeah, no. They actually survived the first wave, but watch this. I'm gonna execute somebody. I know I should do it on Chewie, and I know I should restart because he's hidden from me, but watch this. Boom, and then, yep, he gets stunned, and then everybody gets blasted to hell. Maybe I can put a detonator out there. Nope. Couldn't even stick one thermal detonator. Oh, yeah, it's stuck on Lando, the guy that I'm not worried about yet. That was great. So, that's going fantastic.
To be fair, the fact that we complain about this game means we like it, right?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I don't know what I'd do without this game. I really don't.
I play it more than I play my Xbox or my PC games that I spent. I spent $1,700 on my PC set, and I probably play it hardly ever. I do more on this computer for my streaming and all that good stuff than I actually do to play games. So.
I feel that as of recently. I put so much time into Galaxy of Heroes. I could probably easily justify spending, $100, but part of me just says I can't.
Well, that part of me that says I could. That part of me that says I could spend money on this game actually does.
Yeah.
That got me in trouble with the roommate, and yeah.
Yeah, I remember I do debate for college, and I was playing, and we were in the hotel room, and my friends were asking me like, "How much money have you spent on that game?" I was like, "That's a good question." So I went back through all my Google receipts.
It's a trap.
I was like $700. I was like, "Oh my god!" And then probably since then, I probably had spent $500 more since then. So
Yeah, I'm right up around 2,000 myself.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt if I give me like the rest of the year, and I bet I'll be over 2,000.
Yeah, I mean, no, but like, here's the thing, like, yeah, here's the great justification for it, right? I got Darth Revan free to play, so I dropped a vault on gear. Yeah.
And then I get to hear him complain because I'm free to play.
I don't complain you're free to play. I just call you a filthy free to play because it's fucking bullshit. You need so much help because you're free to play.
Hell, I'm doing great.
Not that bad.
Oh no! Actually, Free Guy has a very good free to play account. The problem is he goes against people that spend in GA. So it's like they have like Gear 12 Darth or Gear. He's gonna face a Gear 12 Darth Revan one of these times. He's gonna be like, well, fuck.
Honestly,
oh dude,
this is what I've said, and I mentioned this earlier. If I face a Gear 12 Darth Revan, if my Thrawn is faster, I am not worried about it. If my Thrawn is faster than his Darth Revan, and if my Fallen Bastila is faster than their Fallen Bastila, I will win that match.
2 questions. Are you assuming that they don't have a pre-taunter?
Yes.
And then, okay, second question. Are you assuming that, who are you fracturing?
Darth Revan, every time.
I fractured Bastila.
I fractured Darth Revan every time, and I've won every single time.
All right, well, let's put it this way. Once she gets corrupted battle meditation on you, it's over. Like,
that's
what
why.
What do you use? Do you use Darth Revan then, or what do you use?
No, I have my arena is Palpatine lead with Scion, Nihilus, Thrawn, and Bastila.
Huh. I mean, I guess that's reasonable. I've played against. I've seen that team. I can auto it.
And my mods are not great on Bastila. I would like to get her probably 30 more speed. I think I only have
mine's like plus 137. Mine's not that bad. Not that high.
Yeah, mine's pretty poor right now. Yeah, 88 speed added. So she's pretty slow right now.
I would almost consider turn meter swapping her and putting fear on Darth Revan. That way, Thrawn gets a turn before their Bastila, probably, and he can fracture her. That might be a better way to do that. Because again, like, where are you in arena right now? Do you actually like take first?
No.
Because I'm just saying that that's not how you beat the Darth Revans in the top like 20. Because like that's not flying up there.
Yeah. I am now pushing down into the 100s.
Nice.
Before wait.
Did you potato again?
Who, me?
No.
Yeah, because I feel like a potato right now. Getting freaking mashed this whole time.
Nicely done, Mark Garnett. 2.9 is pretty hard for 13 months free to play. You must be in a good guild.
Dang, yeah. That's really good.
That's what I mean. Like that like most people who are around your thing are around 2.5 GP, 2.6. Yeah, ships are easily the double whatever. Ships are easily the easiest form of crystals in the game.
Yeah. And I just haven't. I mean, I can get down into.
No, we do not use Zeta Bastila to beat Darth Revan at the top. Fear his insanity cannot be resisted, so it goes right through her Zeta, and then your entire team doesn't do anything. So no, I wish that worked. But no, No, that does not happen. Zeta Bastila is probably not anywhere near in our. We don't people. I'd be willing to wager we have less than 5 in our top 500 of Zeta Bastilas.
Dude,
okay, yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense, Mark. If you inflate, then yeah, you could probably hit 2.9.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ray Rock. That's pretty. That means you have a pretty. That probably means you have a pretty lean roster at 2.5 years and 2.6 million, or you took a break like True Guy did.
No, it's just my alt that I took that really long break on.
Well, you took a break on your main too for a bit.
Yeah, maybe 2 months, but not forever.
Yeah, but 2 months is a lot of growth in this game, especially when you miss those 2 months because you have to make up for the 2 months you missed, and you can't do that free to play.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I have a buddy who plays this game, and he missed Nest. Like, he was just out of town for that marquee event. He's so far behind now. He missed literally one marquee, and like, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
We were talking the other day about how everyone who has Nest is so far ahead of the competition right now. Anybody who was playing like last spring when the Solo movie came out, the fact that you have Nest is that you don't even have to get to her fleet node. It's just so clutch, right? Like, you have a character at 3 stars that can solo 3 or 4 different teams in GA, and you didn't have to do anything for it.
Yeah, I've started working on Nest. Our one of our officers in our guild, Bacillus squads I hate, and so once I get finished on 1 or 2 more characters I'm gearing up Nest fast.
Yeah, Mark Garnett, no. Zeta Bastila, nobody uses Zeta Bastila with Revan under it, because again, you put the fear on Bastila, and it's over. They don't have. So here's the thing: the train that they start when they put fear on you means you don't get a turn. Like, I played against Jedi Knight Revan, and he got to go first. He got to go first. Yoda got to go second. Yoda got to go third, and they never took another turn. Yeah. Yes, Ray Rock. Nest is bad against Night Sisters because Plague is a bitch.
My last GA stream, you would have saw me try to use Jedi Training Ray against a Night Sister team. It was a nightmare. I was like, wait, what? All the time, and I was just getting really lucky on mods, and then
I watched somebody.
Dagger that, and Dagger's like, "Why the hell would you do that?" And I was like, what?
Yeah.
I saw that on the replay, and I was like, "Bold one."
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed for you.
I guess I was just getting really lucky before using her against Talzin, but I guess I was just getting more speed or something. Because I wasn't having any problems before that, and I was like, wait, what? And,
Mark, yeah. just wait for Gear 12. She needs like 3 eyeballs, 3 stun guns, and a super stun gun. Gear 11 Nest. Wait till you need to Gear 12 her. Yeah, you think getting her to Gear 11 is bad. Ugh.
That hurts my soul.
What?
All that gear.
Try gearing up the trio. They all need the same bleeping gear. They need droid collars. They need med packs. They need that stupid gold corkscrew looking thing. That it requires a med pack and a droid collar. Like, really?
I have
2 of them.
My Nihilus
Order power cell. He needs 2 of them.
My Nihilus is already gear 12 with 4 plus pieces. My Scion is 11 with 3 pieces on it, and soon to be Treya unlocked, hopefully.
Nice. So I have gear 12 plus pieces on my Triumvirate as well. I'm not real happy. Yeah, Ray Rock. Good. Nest is really good at gear 12. Okay, Mark. Yeah. Yeah, you were saying from Gear 11 to Gear 12. Yeah, that's miserable. Yes. There are so many tunes that are just easy to gear, that are just good tunes, and then you have tunes like Nest, who I'm not saying she needs to be Gear 12, but like at 3-star Gear 11, she can still solo best, right? Like without a Zeta.
I think it was CLS. I flew through gearing him up.
Yeah, CLS has like 2 complex pieces, and that's it, which isn't too bad. He needs like one of those power cells and something else.
Yeah.
Like JTR was not that difficult of a gear once you got into like gear. There's a ton of those characters. Once you get them to Gear 10, they're just fine.
Yeah, that was Dengar.
But like
Dengar was
GK.
Ridiculous.
GK.
Yeah.
GK and Boss, I both accidentally Gear 12. Right.
Man,
like
GK, I've been stuck with my GK on, and y'all are probably gonna hate me for this, at Gear 8, because he needs 2 stun guns for Gear 9, and I'm just not put him on it. I mean, it's the same thing with my
if you don't use him, it's fine.
Oh no, I use him.
Do you use him on offense then?
Defense.
Well, that's probably bad. You should probably use him on offense if he's Gear 8.
Yeah. I mean, my old Ben is only 10.
Yeah, I have him opposite. My old Ben's Gear 9, and I've been meaning to gear him up, but again, so many projects. Hopefully, when I'm done putting the Gear 12 plus pieces on Darth Revan, I can just sit there for like 2 months and just gear these stupid tunes I left at Gear 9, Gear 8.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
I'll be getting one more stun gun. My next stun gun is probably going to Raid Han to get him to Gear 11.
Yeah, I feel that on a personal level. I saw the burying the head in the hand there, bold one. Just
yeah.
Oh.
I know, it's like there's like a moment where like, okay, it's probably a good time to go get a beer and kind of rejuvenate, but at the same time, like just one more time, like next time, and it's not working out for me. So I'm probably after this, I'm gonna go grab a beer, and I gotta grab my laptop because my phone's about to die, so I can't read any of the chat or anything. So
I've been trying to do my best at keeping up with chat.
Appreciate it. Yeah. All right. So they're obviously about to get wrecked. So, all right, guys. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab me a beer real quick, and these guys are gonna obviously hang out and talk, and then I'll be back in like 5 minutes. So.
Well, to be fair, Mark, getting GMY to 7,000 offense isn't really a vanity project. I mean, like that's just called good modding.
Jagger.
Yeah, what's up?
Think I should Gear 12 my Finn after the rework or not?
Yes.
Heroic Sith Raid? Yes.
P1. Talk to Fruit Guy.
Oh,
he does
the rest of the
great
gear
stuff.
I need is I need an eyeball, a generator, which aren't that hard to get, and then I need one of those what are they called? The back to gels, whatever.
Yeah, Finn's not a difficult gear. Yeah, Finn's not a difficult gear. I just left him at Gear 11 because he didn't need to be Gear 12 to kill everything with his previous.
The Sith Raid, does he need speed on him or just pure offense? What do you guys think?
I think we don't quite know yet. So if you're using him in P1, it's JTR. Well, the optimal version is C3PO, but like if you don't have C3PO, I think you're running R2. So it's like JTR, BB-8, R2, Finn, and Resistance Trooper, I think. So you want to stack it. You want to stack it with quick chance and offense, I think.
R2's not in that lineup?
Hold on, Free Guy's going to tell you.
If you look in the guest video section of the server, Discord server, scroll up, and I have a video posted there where I used Finn earlier this week. Monday, as a matter of fact, for the first time in the Heroic Sith Raid, and I'd been using just the normal JTR team with Resistance, Scav Ray, and like the damage had been sort of consistently going down, and because my tops with them was about 4.8 million, and this first run, I messed up when I first went in because I didn't read the kit. Thank you, Dagger. And forgot and didn't realize he had a taunt on his hold the line special. So I was using that.
He's now a taunting tank.
And so I retreated, went back in, didn't use the taunt. 4.6 million.
Yeah, it basically tacks an extra 10% onto your total, maybe 15% without really trying, because he stacks that offense.
Yeah, because once eliminated Destiny went off, he was attacking or hitting for 90K minimum each time.
Yeah, Hammerhead.
So you don't think C-3PO is in there?
Oh, no, you want C-3PO if you have it. I just said that C-3PO is optimal, I think, over Resistance Trooper or R2-D2.
Gotcha, yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, the more common team you're seeing, because 7-star C-3PO is still reasonably rare, unless you're looking at 180 to 200 guild, and I think you said that you were 2.2, so I just assumed you didn't have C-3PO.
No, I got him. He's all the way up, and besides a couple of Gear 12 pieces.
Oh, you got him at 7-star? Nice.
Yeah, barely, man. It's crazy. That event for me was probably even worse than Chew event for me.
Well, again, the reason it was worse is that you had to restart after 5 minutes of like paper cutting them. No, I'm serious. Like,
I had no way.
It had slightly less RNG at the beginning, but like you had to. There were times when they just wipe you out. Like, you kill Chewbacca, and then Raidhan just like murders 2 of your Ewoks in a row, and then you're just like, okay, Res 1. All right, AoE, okay, everybody's dead. Like, that happened to me a couple of times where it's like, you or sometimes they just hide behind the stupid taunts. You have to kill the taunter first, and then Chewbacca just AoEs you and you die.
Ned, I had our bounty hunter guy in our guild. I just posted a screenshot in Discord, but he said his aura did over 600k on one of her hits.
You can get her up to 1 point. If you mod her correctly, you can get her up to about 1.2 million a hit.
Dang.
Why is that?
And you can usually get off 2 hits too, because if you put her Zeta on her special, she gets she cools. She gets her ability resets. The cooldown resets if she hits somebody who's toppled.
Yeah.
Calm down, Dagger. You're getting excited.
I'm excited because that team uses Nest.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I'm excited. That team uses Nest. I love Nest, by the way. I have a thing for redheads.
As Urza would say, you like your special little firecracker.
Oh, absolutely. She was my second Gear 12 plus.
Wow.
Well, Thrawn was my first because I'm not stupid, but like, she was my second.
Man, you would probably hate me. My Nest is like level 1.
I don't hate you. Do you have Wampa?
He's 7 stars, but he's not Gear 12 or anything.
Slacker.
I like how fruit guys call somebody a slacker. Bottom of the barrel right there.
I'm just, like I said, I'm a micromanager when it comes to this game. Like, you're not gonna see me working on more than 5 people at a time, probably. And so,
I keep my favorites down to 7. That is I told myself that.
Yeah.
Neil, I haven't been counting. I've just been laughing at his misery. Probably close to 70 by now attempts.
Mm-hmm. I would say it's close to that, yeah.
Nice, Mark. 13.6 is a good run. I usually just put mine on auto because ours lasts 6 minutes. So I usually get around 5 million.
Officer in my guild abandoned our raid today for Sith, and we couldn't even use it to try out these teams.
I actually kind of messed that up today because when they introduced the Sith Triumvirate raid, they moved the cap for tickets, the max tickets, up from 140,000 to 150,000. So I thought we were going to go over the cap of tickets. So I told Fruit Guy to force start the raid because I screwed up and changed the times on it. Because daylight savings time in the UK is stupid. Actually, daylight savings time in general is stupid, but like.
No, it needs to be standard time is what it needs to be, and so you have more daylight in the evening.
So, Mark, there are two ways to mod Nest. One is about 125 or better tenacity, and that's for soloing teams, right? And then the other way is 300 speed, like plus 150, right? And then you put potency on her so she can get the turn meter reduction and the days out. So there's really only two ways to mod her. One is for PvP, like arena, and the other way is for like soloing people in GA. Both are fine.
I saw that
Mine
video
is
with Darth Revan, and I want to change my nest up for what was it, HP, because of the protection recovery you get is based off the HP. So I'm boosting that up way high and adding in some more tenacity just to solo in the 3v3 GAs now.
Nice.
Man, I remember when I first saw that they brought that out, that the bonus protection was based on health. I remember thinking that was the dumbest thing I've seen.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you want to hear something? You want to hear something dumber? Basilisk Sean's leadership, I think, is the only protection up mechanic that uses max health.
Yep.
Well, what's dumb is that they didn't bother to change Nest ability until they figured out that you could use like a Zeta Maul team to beat Jedi Knight Revan. They're like, oh nope, we can't have that. And so then all of a sudden Nest gets nerfed.
Well,
and they're
okay.
Whoa.
The reason they did that is because you could take Kira Nest Hoda in and solo auto Jedi Knight Revan.
Really? Okay, I didn't see that combination. What I saw was and then you could use Nest
no, but that
the target.
Yep, that held on defense. That was the problem.
That max health down they added is huge.
Huh?
That thing that Revan gives out, the max health down, the Nest, that's why Nest doesn't work too well anymore. That was totally appropriate for fixing that.
Well, also to be fair, that mechanic itself is totally appropriate because it literally affected two tunes, and the two tunes that countered it, Nest and Traya.
Yep.
And technically Bastila Lead, but no one cares about Bastila Lead.
I do. That's who I can beat in arena.
Mark, you want Tenacity Cross and probably most of the ones I've seen are 4 Tenacity mods and 2 health mods, but you can go all Tenacity. The thing is, you want to be able to stack high enough protection, and some of the teams you're going against have people like Ezra or GMY, which actually do a fair amount of damage. So it's kind of up to you based on like how high you can get your health pool in general.
God, Chewbacca.
Yeah, Ray Rock. Ray Rock. That's smart. If you're not going to use a tune, leave it unactivated. That being said, Wampa should probably be activated for GA, considering that's the reason you're not activating tunes to begin with. Yeah, you can put some speed on her, Mark. Who's stupid, Neil? I just see you're stupid, and I don't know who he's referring to. Mark said something. Mark and Rayrock both said something questionable, so that was a legitimate question, right? Like, which specific one of them are you calling stupid?
He's calling you stupid, Dagger.
I mean, that's fair. I accept. Hey, be nice. And that was a Dagger. Oh. But I can ban you from Discord. You know that, right?
Ooh, get right.
You gotta remember You gotta remember, Dagger only reads kits.
My reading comprehension is specifically for SWGOH kits. Yes.
and don't expect a swift response in comments on Discord or on YouTube or whatever. Daggerbot has a typing delay.
Neil, here's the problem with roasting, Neil. You have to be funny when you do it. Yeah, here's the problem. I actually turned my phone the other way so I can read comments now. So I'm actually paying attention now. Yes, and to answer through that, the Daggerbot does have a typing delay. So one of the guys in my Discord server asked if we could get a bot in there for mods. I'm like, you have me, and it's like, but you have a typing delay.
Dude, in me and Bold One's guild, We have like 3 or 4 bot that we have
do too, in our guild.
It's delightful.
Yeah, the biggest problem there is that in my personal Discord server, there's only like 16 people, so like we don't need a bot because there's like 3 of us who are really good with mods in there. Like Deadpool Kyle's good with mods, right? Like there's enough of us in there who are good with mods. Hey Neil, did you hear back from CG on your GA?
What happened with the GA?
Hang on. So you guys see this? Everybody's alive. Dengar's stealth. Maybe there's a chance. No.
Oh yeah, that's right. Your video's on delay.
Oh wow! Hey, I see it now. Hey.
Yes. The problem is that Boba Fett has died once, and so.
You want to use execute on Chewbacca?
Yeah.
Okay. No, he
did it take out his protection?
Man, this delay is killing me.
Yeah, I know.
Of course, Dengar is stun blocked.
There it is.
Should I thermal detonator with Greedo or turn meter reduce?
Turn meter.
Wait, say that again. I got mixed results.
Turn meter.
Yeah.
But I'll counter everybody else. It just falls apart so quickly. That's like terrifying.
God. They're taking your silence as an answer.
Well, honestly, I live in Minnesota, the Twin Cities, and we have the NCAA Final Four here. So on Sunday, I'm going to the college basketball finals.
Dang. So
this weekend, I am at my dad's house, and I'm helping him around the house, getting his, yard work. I was pruning trees today, bushes, cleaning gutters, right? Like we were just working around the yard. So this is what I'm doing for the next few days. Just hanging out with Dad. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I know Michigan State beat Duke. But I didn't watch the other game.
Got them winning it all for me in my bracket, so a lot's going on this next game here.
Yeah.
They're playing Texas Tech.
And then it's Auburn and somebody else. I can't remember who.
Virginia.
Ray Rock, you don't need to encourage me. You don't need to encourage me, Ray Rock. I'm going to do it anyways.
Take pictures with your phone, Dagger.
It's almost 1 a.m. cornfield time. Of course I'm drunk. No, that's what takedown's implying.
Man, I got 8 minutes. I'm in the same boat. I'm in Tennessee, and I'm sitting here waiting for it to refresh so I can go out, do some challenges, check my shipments, spend my energy.
The whale store refreshes today. Sweet.
Oh, it does? Oh, nice.
Should have already done so.
I always buy the 5 shards for 1 million credits. It's probably not a good deal, but it's worth it to me.
Well, it depends on what you're buying. If you're buying a tune that's on a single hard note, it's probably always worth it. Especially if you have the currency. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, Sith Trooper, just buy it. It's fine.
Man, I hate Cantina Farms. Oh my goodness, I hate Cantina Farms.
After
you know that
the vets, I think it's actually really refreshing to do. Cantina Farms, like Death Trooper's gone by really fast for me. But the vets they were god awful.
So here's the trick, right? The trick to Cantina farming is finishing first in both arenas and refreshing it 3 times and not looking at how many shards you get. Eventually, they'll just be done. That's how I did the vets.
Some of us are not as lucky to get first in both arenas and to be able to get 1,000+ crystals a day.
For what it's worth, I spent like the last 5 months free to play, and I was, top 50. If that makes you feel better.
I've been free to play ever since I got this game, and I've been getting top in arena, like top 5, usually top in like first place, like both arenas.
Yeah, I valued my time higher than climbing with Jedi Knight Revan after the second time he came.
I don't have the Millennium Falcon, so like I get bullied a lot in my shard for fleet, and I got these two guys, these two whales, all maxed out fleets with the Millennium Falcon, and they just snipe me a minute before my payout, and I guess so.
Lock yourself. You got to lock yourself.
No, but yes. I ran out of battles, dude. I'm not going to refresh for more like Karth and all the Old Republics I still need for Darth Revan.
So the biggest trick to getting high in arenas, and I'm going to tell you this right now for anybody who is still kind of new, is mods. Mods. And once you get to the top, you can do like 6 refreshes like I'm doing, and you'll stay at the top. Right? That's the problem, right? So like, I'll use Fruit Guy as an example. Fruit Guy's crystal income only does not allow him to refresh the mod energy. That means he can't really improve his mods. It's kind of systemic at that point. I'm just being serious, right? Like, I have good, like, even when I wasn't climbing into the top 20, I had better mods than the people in the top 20. I just didn't want to use Jedi Knight Revan.
Dude.
4 minutes and 55 seconds of fun!
Yay!
I prefer my 37
seconds. EP now. He's fun. Him and Vader are awesome, man.
If you listen to Dojasen's podcast tonight, I talked about like the Darth Revan mirrors. Like, I literally lost one of them in 23 seconds, and I made a hot pocket, ate it, came back, and still had 2 minutes left before my next battle.
Man, the stun fest that goes on in this mode, this is ridiculous. I swear.
Oh, hey, tell me about it.
He gets stunned twice, and then right before Cad Bane goes, R2-D2 and his freaking robot genitals freaking stuns Cad Bane, and then
Fruit Guy. Fucking dumb. Love you, buddy.
So there's 2 stuns. There's 3.
What's in the whale store?
Whales.
Mine doesn't refresh for like 3 minutes. I'm antsy.
No, don't ruin the surprise. I like it when I see Sith Trooper swords.
Somebody post what it was in Reddit.
I don't know. I know. Warrior was asking on Facebook what it was like a few hours ago.
Somebody posted 11 hours ago what it is, but if you want me to say or not.
Well, I just want to know if the Gear 12 Plus piece in there is the furnace.
Maybe.
The 6500 crystal. The 6500 crystal piece of gear.
I've only ever used that shop to buy tunes that I need, like for an event that's like coming up that I'm almost done farming for.
You should buy the 375. You should buy the 375 crystal gold gear. That stuff is a really good deal.
Is it closer to the top or bottom?
Should be near the top. It's going to be 6,500 credits, and I saved up for it in case it's the one for Darth Revan.
Oh yeah, the health one, right? And the other what's this one?
It is sweet.
Good. Yeah, there's health and physical damage strength one. I need that on my Night Sisters.
See, here's the biggest cruel irony for Darth Revan. His Gear 12 Plus pieces are health pieces. They're not damage pieces.
Too bad.
So, yeah. Well, I mean, like, you look at him and it's like, oh, you have, and he doesn't even have like the. It's so annoying. Like, his gear is like, we're going to give you support and tank gear.
I mean, it helps for him to have the extra health.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, that was almost a good start there, Bold One.
Yeah, I know, and then it just fell apart in like 3.5 seconds.
I can't change my payout takedown. I already did it twice.
I think he was talking to me about that.
Oh, okay. No, Ray Rock. I don't watch NBA players show each other how big their dicks are. Yeah, see, here's the thing, Mark Arnett. I live in Minnesota, so following just the NFL is kind of miserable if you're a Vikings fan. Yes, I'm waiting for him to throw his computer out the window too, Tyler. The best.
Or was it? Oh, nice. It's refresh.
For you, not for me.
Lucky
boy.
Yours refresh.
I got another hour, 1 a.m. my time, Mountain Time.
Oh, yours refreshed like an hour ago.
Oh, I got let's do another hour.
Oh, yeah, you're the other way, huh?
The way around, yeah. The whole daylight savings.
Man, I always get those first two things. I got 5 more Sith Super Shards, and I got 25 Mark 1 foil fusion coils.
Nice.
I always buy those.
I don't remember what the fusion coil is off the top of my head.
It's the 4th one in the mod battles for slicing.
Oh, right, yeah. The thing I always buy the slicing material. Sith Troopers maxed. These arrows are a ripoff. Every time.
You could always use speed one, a speed primary. Those are always good.
But 5 mil?
But it's health. And with protection secondaries. If it had offense secondary and was a speed mod, we'd talk.
Oh no,
right?
I'm talking if it was a speed set one. Speed set, primary speed. But these are all the crap.
Yeah, but I don't even need those. I need those with offense secondaries.
Those are tough to come by.
Yeah.
Any arrow with offense is tough to come by. I think my best one is like a 120 something, and I use that on the who is it?
120
for some reason. Yeah, for secondary.
Dang, that's not good.
Hey, wait, it's actually better than that. It's on Thrawn, and it's 141 offense. It's a potency set one.
Two wicked shards, 4 stun gun. It's bad when I want stun guns more than wicked shards.
Hold on. Man, I've gotten some really good offensive mods, but sadly they don't have the best. They're not the best sets. Let's see if I can sort. Offense.
Whew, 5 out of 8 on a Sith bomber.
Nice.
Of course, that means we get 0 out of 8 on the Sith fighter.
So my highest.
Oh, go ahead.
My highest offense secondary is I have a 142 on R2.
I don't even know what my highest. Actually, I can find out what my highest offense is. Secondary offense.
Apparently, I got my highest is 180 on Treya, and it's a tenacity primary stat with tenacity with whatever the set. Man, I didn't even know that. Holy cow!
Plus 181.
Whatever.
Plus 181 offense on a crit damage mod.
Dang.
You can feel free to hate me anytime.
I have a.
My second best one is 167 on a crit damage potency triangle.
Let's see. Dark Jar Jar, I'm probably like on my 90th try or something of the sort.
Oh, he probably crossed 100 a while ago. I kind of stopped counting. It stopped being funny about 50 tries ago.
Yeah.
So my 2 mods that I'm really proud of is I have 125 offense with 13 speed. It is a speed set with defense primary. And then I have a
where is it? What position is it?
Oh, it's a diamond.
Okay, so it's always defense? Okay.
Yeah. And then this isn't great, but I really like the offense and speed. It's Grandmaster Yoda, 125 offense with 14 speed. It's a tenacity set, triangle with offense.
Nice. Come on.
Is there anything about running tenacity mods by any chance?
No, because tenacity mods don't keep you from dying.
They do keep me from getting stunned to death, though. I mean, it's not helpful when Boba Fett gets stunned 3 times before he even gets attacked.
I mean, it might be worth looking into on Boba Fett specifically, but even then, like, that's tough, right? So like, the biggest problem with this event is, like, you need to get, like, one good run. One good run.
Yeah.
And tenacity is not going to help you get that one good run.
Yeah. I mean, the furthest I've gotten was pretty early on when I got Chewie and Han Solo killed, but we couldn't get past that. It's about as far as I've gotten so far. And that was early on.
I just went 1 for 6 on Zalbar. That's annoying.
1 for 6?
Yeah.
Fleet node?
No, light side.
Oh, okay. How close are you on Zalbar?
35 of 100.
So you'll probably get Jedi Knight Revan then, right?
My biggest thing is T3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's I've been getting pretty good drop rates recently on him, but he's not quite 6 stars yet.
Okay. Yeah, you may have to buy the 25 when he comes out.
That's what I was gonna say. Do that.
I'm putting every crystal I have into Cantina refreshes.
Okay. I mean, like,
Think
you know
about
what you do it.
Like, they're guaranteed shards when you buy them, though.
But
yeah.
2,000 for 25 is like 50% more expensive than they should be, right? That's why they sell them to you for crystals.
I'm not saying like buy it right now, but like if you're close enough to it, I'd say go for it. You know.
I've looked at the panic farm, and it says I only need, I think it's like 5 shards a day. For
it's not too bad.
No. I got 148 energy. I got 12 sims. Let's see how many I can get. There's 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of 12.
Nice. What do you mean you don't have shard currency? You don't have shard currency.
Man, I don't remember who told me about the sim and do at once, but I started doing it, and I've gotten a lot better drop rates.
It's pretty much irrelevant. In small sample sizes, sure, but they don't tune the individual drop rate of sims. They tune the drop rate percentage. So, like, over a long period of time, it's not going to change.
Yeah.
It's results-based thinking because you remember the times that you went like 2 for 2, but you don't remember the 17 times you went 0 for 2, right?
Yeah. I mean, I went 2 for 2 twice.
Nice.
This past time, and I only really missed once.
All right.
So this time,
we're gonna burn some arena battles tonight because screw these people.
You know what? I may actually run my. I've been having a lot of fun in Galactic War. I know it gets really boring, but I try to have fun with it.
Should you do Galactic War for the Boba Fett challenges and crap like that in the quests?
I am doing it partially for that too.
Yeah, I haven't done that at all, man. I'm so bad at doing those quests for the bounty hunters.
I don't want to do any of the quests. They're all annoying.
Oh, hey, Darth Jar Jar is asking for us to reintroduce ourselves.
I'm Dagger. I'm friends with a lot of the YouTube people. I don't trade out my own name.
Oh, okay.
No,
I'm Marion, however I'm supposed to say that. And I'm a I'm a guy
His own name.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a default name. It's stupid. But yeah, I'm in Bold One's guild.
Nice.
And I am Hammerhead, or on YouTube I go by It's Just Ian. And I stream, I do stuff like this, and I make videos. So stuff here. I like these kinds of things. We just chill and watch some other guy do his own thing and streaming.
Watch me get obliterated 100 times over and over.
It's definitely more fun to watch you lose than to watch me lose.
Yes.
It's also fun to manual killing Jedi Knight Revens. Because you could basically just close your eyes and pull.
I wonder what happened
I'm
if I
not.
just autoed this and just left it in the hands of this.
Have like an auto clicker going.
Like, for just to be funny, like earlier today, I actually put a battle versus Darth Revan versus Jedi Knight Revan on auto, and the AI made some really funny choices. Like the AI didn't use HK AOE once, and I still won very easy. The trick is you have to put Darth Nihilus on your team, so they just kill him, and then you just kill them.
Man, I was running some arena, and I forget if this was before or after I put Bastila in my arena team, and I had my Nihilus get feared 3 or 4 times in a row, and I was like one turn from annihilate.
That whole skip your next turn thing is silly.
Oh, I was so mad.
Oh, every time I do that, I like put your whole team on timeout, right? Like that's what Darth Revan does. He puts your whole team on timeout. Like
2-turn timeout if you're running against Nihilus too. He gets the AOE cooldown.
Correct. Like that was what I was gonna say. Like you put their whole team on timeout, and then you go Drain Force. It's just so great. Like, and like I love how Arena is. I mean, the top of Arena is miserable right now. Don't get me wrong, but like climbing is a lot more fun. So, okay, you either hit auto or you have to check their mods for their speed.
All right, is everybody in your top like let's say 20-ish using all like Darth Revan, or like what's going on there?
So in the top 20, there is 1 CLS, 1 JTR, 1 Night Sisters, 10 Darth Revans, and 7 JKRs.
A lot of variety there, huh?
Yeah,
kind of.
I mean the one guy who uses Night Sisters will never change his team, but I mean like
got somebody just like that too.
We kind of leave him alone because he's cute. He's easy to climb on and he's cute.
Is it the Towson League or Massage?
So I have, in mine I have 6 Jedi Revans. 1, 2, 3, 3 Palpatines, Atreya, and the rest are Darth Revan.
Okay, so our Darth Revans are actually super, super like out there, right? So like mine is, I use EP lead on defense. We have 2 actual Darth Revan leads in our top 20. We have 2 Treyas, and the rest are EP.
I got 12 Darth Revan.
So we have only 2 people. Huh?
I've got 12 Darth Revens in my top 20. I'm just looking.
Nice. Yeah, we have 31 Darth Revens in our top 50, with more on the way.
That's annoying.
It's really annoying when I don't have Gear 12 Plus pieces, because once I get those, I have the third fastest Darth Revan in the Shard.
Would that make your speed on him then?
323.
And that's ridiculous. I got the guy fastest in mine is 322, and he runs his Darth Revan with T3 and BB-8, so they get the whole TM reduction off first, man. Fine.
Yeah. So one of the biggest things too is you have to remember I've refreshed mods 6 times a day.
I don't go that
Everyone
hard,
in
but
my
I do
arena
have some
does
pretty
that,
solid mods though. Like my Revan, my Jedi Revan is 315.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So like here the big thing there for mods is like my Darth Revan right now is only 303. He could be like 308, but there's no reason to make him any faster because I won't be faster than anyone else. I would rather have the health set be complete. Right? So like you have to, once you start getting into like the ridiculous mod range, you have to start making concessions on defense, right?
Boys, yeah, for mods against these top guys, yeah.
Yeah. So the mod I kept on him to make him slower is a 6E health circle with health primary, health secondary. And because he gets the 70% health pool bonus, it makes him much sturdier against Jedi Knight Revan and CLS. I mean, the Darth Revan guys generally aren't climbing on Darth Revan guys anyways. Because
take
one
that
wrong
back.
move and you die.
I take that back. The fastest in my shard, I'm just seeing now, is 325.
Yeah.
Insane.
The fastest in ours is 337.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Like 25 at least each
Yep. He has a 29. He has like a 28 or 29 square.
Let me have a turn. My God, I can't.
I haven't looked at the screen in like 30, like maybe a couple minutes, and all of a sudden I hear that, and I'm just like, I know where I've heard that before.
Yeah. I almost have Chewbacca at least his protection, and then he regains it, and then he just goes off and obliterates me. It's ugh. I just keep getting stunned. Like I'm feeling like I may need to go throw some extra tenacity on some of these guys because I'm tired of them getting ability blocked and stunned, and then I can't do anything anyway. But I don't know.
So the problem with tenacity is that in order to like load your guy up with tenacity, you have to take off your potency crosses.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, this sucks.
You might actually just be better off letting like 2 of your guys just not be modded right and just let them die and focus on just keeping 3 of them alive just to kill. So like IG-88 is going to die anyways because he's so squishy, so just don't mod him well.
Yeah.
Just put like 6 health sets on him with protection primaries and hope that's good enough. Well, I mean, like, what else are you going to do? You need to be able to kill them.
Yeah.
Just pray to the RNG gods that Greedo hits like 1,000 times, man. That's how you're gonna get through Chewbacca, I think. Yeah.
Oh,
this team is the same team I use that you're trying with.
What'd you end up doing to kill him?
Well, I had, before I even started playing with the bounty hunters, I just liked them a lot. Some really good gear pieces on them. I think before I even played in this event, I had, who was it? I think I had Dengar, Gear 12, same with Boba, Greedo, so those 4. But like the mods I had on them, they were really bad. And then I had CAD in there just to get some stuns like how you're doing. Loaded up potency. I guess the difference between mine and yours is that I had a little bit more survivability than you do. But I mean,
just listen to Jar Jar there and just spend a few hundred, maybe $1,000 and get boss to, 7-star.
Cool,
Yes,
sorry,
Jar Jar. I am Dagger from Thunderwhack. I have your roster review in the queue. Thunderwhack was sick for like 10 days, so like he has like 5 rosters to post before I keep going.
Well, like I was saying earlier, I got to a point where I got Chewie and Han killed. I haven't had any luck to get back to that kind of point.
So Chad, the problem with Embo is that Embo is squishy, super squishy. I mean, yeah, he has lifesteal, but you don't really care about the lifesteal if all your guys die before you get a turn. Like Embo's really, really good in PvP. He's less good in PvE. He does some real good damage, and he gets foresight when he gets a turn. So he gets foresight when he doesn't have protection, but he needs a turn to get that foresight.
How many bounty hunters do we have in the game so far?
I think 10.
10? We have exactly 10, I think, right?
Yeah.
Enough to make one good team and like one to go under some other scoundrel lead.
Let's see, Chad Wirtz. We actually have the audio turned off because earlier everybody was saying it was too loud, so it's actually not on right now.
Yeah, Tyler, IG-88 has to be loaded with like survivability. The problem is he's only good for his AoE, and his AoE just gets him killed. I'm serious. I've been watching. I use IG-88 at gear 10. I use IG-88 at gear 10, and I just like after like 20 tries, I just took mods off him and just let him die. I eventually got it.
Wait, you use 88?
I used 88. I geared him because of his ship.
Yeah. And I've thought about doing that. But I haven't.
The best Django lead team for G8, you mean 3v3 or 5v5? Because in 3v3, it's not bounty hunters. I put him with Mission and Zalbar.
Best Django lead for GA. Is that 5v5 or 3v3, Mark?
Django's a tough one to use in 3v3.
And are you married using bounty hunters with him in 3v3? Because I'd use Mission and Zalbar with him in 3v3. Because giving them the extra speed is super good.
Does
3v3? Yeah, that's tough.
All scoundrels?
So if you want to use him with bounty hunters, I suggest you use him with probably Zam. Zam's super fast anyways. That means you guaranteed get to go first. And maybe Greedo, because Greedo's kind of squishy, but once you get the contract off, he's pretty good. And in 5v5, again, he's tricky because he's more of a scoundrel speed lead than he is a bounty hunter leader, right? So you want to put him with guys who you want to be fast. You want to usually use him. I mean, on defense, you can put pretty much any good scoundrels you have under him. I know I've put before Karth, like before I geared up Karth, I just put like every miscellaneous scoundrel under him. I mean, crap, I put the vets under him before.
For 3v3s in bounty hunter teams, I don't like Django lead. I prefer Bosk with Boba and Django, and then I make another team with Zan, Cad, and Dengar. Or I take that back. Not Cad. I like Greedo.
I think we literally talked about this, right? Maybe it was somebody else I talked to this about. But like, I don't like. I will never put Django. Embo's one of those weird ones where like, I don't know where to put him because I don't think he's actually good with Boba and Django.
I think with Django, it's harder to get his contract off.
Embo's contract's really difficult, to be honest.
Django's is hard to get triggered in 3v3s. That's why I don't like his leader.
Yep. Embo is so good, he just doesn't have a place. That's his problem. Like, he has so much DPS built into his kit. Yeah, so Mark, just go through your scoundrels, find all the ones you have that are gear 9, gear 10, and put them under Django.
You have Boss under Django, make him fast, and then he gets his frenzy off, and then you just get a bunch of bonus turns. It's awesome.
But the AI is dumb, so I'd only do that on offense.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, on offense, I've seen good teams with Django, Boba, and like Dengar. Or honestly, you could probably put just about any bounty hunter in for 3v3 on offense.
I actually like Django, Embo, and like maybe Greedo. They're all three of them are kind of they're kind of squishy, but like if you do get the contract off, like those two have massive DPS, so it's high upside. Embo lead is also a trap. I just want to throw that out there. Saying Embo lead is good is like saying Dengar lead is good. I mean, being annoying to kill doesn't mean anything if they don't take protection off, right? Like, the problem with the Embo, Boba, Django team is that, like, a B-level team can just smash that, right? Because in order for them to be good, Embo has to get his contract off. Yeah, Mark, that's fine. A taunting tank with Django is fine. Like, L3, Lando, Childish Landino, Baby Lando, Bobo, and Bosk is probably good.
So another team I got to work on is that Kira, L3, and Vandor team for Grand Arena. But I'm stuck
farming. The 3v3 team or the 5v5 team?
One.
Hey,
I can work with either one.
Greedo actually shot like 4 times on Chewie.
Oh, well, we haven't caught up that far yet.
So it didn't matter.
Oh, okay. Spoiler alert! For the 3,000th time.
I keep forgetting you guys are so many seconds behind me. I keep thinking you're listening. I almost killed Chewie.
Isn't there a setting to change that?
Chad, now that I think about it, Chad, like I'd try that team on offense if you have Embo, Boba, Django. But again, the problem is that Embo's squishy and his contract is hard.
Yeah, it's hard with a lot of bounty hunters because just about every bounty hunter will put off a debuff.
Even Boba Fett's lead isn't very good in 3v3 because once you kill one of their guys, you won. Right? Like.
Especially, I mean, it's also not that great because if you have a pre-taunt, then if they're not the fastest, then, well, sucks for you.
Yeah, that's the other thing, too, is that, like, Embo's not a particularly... I haven't looked at his base speed, but from what I recall, he's not particularly fast, which means that he can't really pre-taunt before your attacker... He can't dispel a pre-taunt before your attackers go.
Yeah.
Or you have to put like ridiculous mods on him just to make his team work, which again is like one of the reasons I don't like him. I mean, I love his kid. Like the amount of DPS he does, I plug him under like some Kira leads on offense or like whatever, right? Like I plug him under. I put him under Phasma last GA. I put him under Phasma. He does a ton of damage.
Oh man. Oh, that almost kind of hurt. You know what? Since we're talking mods, I have my Darth Scion. I have 2 health sets and a defensive set, and I feel like that is not right.
I've seen people mod him for offense, which I thought was weird, but maybe not.
He's super tricky. So like, here's the biggest issue with Scion. Like, how are you using him?
I'm using him as I'm kind of using him as a tank. It is in arena, so I am using him as a tank, but mostly he doesn't end up taunting a lot because a lot of the teams end up not taking a turn when I do my arena.
Is that with EP you said?
Yeah.
You have Darth Revan?
No Darth Revan.
Yeah.
He's a similar team that I could help you out there.
Well, here's the thing with Darth Scion in general is that Darth Scion can be modded many different ways. And he needs to be modded for exactly the way you use it, right? So if you are modding him based on turn order, you need to try and get his speed right, which in that case, speed matters more than his secondaries. So like, it's tough, right? So like, I know when I use him under Darth Revan, I want him to compress damage. So I want like defense secondaries and health mods on him because I want him to, when he goes held to because I want him to go held by hatred. I also want tenacity on him, so I have a cross on him, so he doesn't get debuffed, so he can use his mass dispel, right? So it depends on what you're using him for. In your EP team, are you using him as a support character or like a true tank?
The way my arena is going, it's probably more so support.
So then you want to try and get his speed clock to where you want it. So for example, if you want him to go right before Palpatine so he can do his AoE stun, right? Clear the tenacity and stun, right? So you want to try and get him exactly where you want his speed then, figure out your turn order, and then figure out how to best utilize him there. Maybe a tenacity or potency cross depending on like which one you think you need based on what you're fighting.
Using Vader, right? Under that?
No.
Your EP or not?
I thought about using Vader.
Got you, man. I got a video all about that team. It destroys every Revan I have in my shard.
But you're using Darth Revan and he's not, right?
Oh, no. I don't have Darth Revan. I got EP, Vader, Nihilist Scion, and a Basilisk Sean Fallen.
Yeah, but that's just Sean Fallen's stupid.
Yeah, she's
let me say
one of
this
the best characters right now.
Let me say why I disagree. Because I would think that would work really well. But what I'm facing, I'm wiping Traya teams. I'm wiping Darth Revan teams. And when they have both Scion and Nihilus, once I use Calling Blade, Nihilus gets a bunch of turn meter.
Okay, well, I'm not using this team against Traya though. I don't have any Traya leads. I'm using it solely against Darth Revan leads, like with the Night Sister mix, or I'm using it against the T3 and BB-8 mix, or I'm using it against the Sith Trooper and Marauder mix.
Okay.
So yeah, I understand though. If that was a Traya team, it probably wouldn't do anything really.
Again, that's why I asked him what he was fighting against.
Yeah.
Because that actually really does matter. There are two Trayas in my shard, and they're basically just like Triumvirate plus Dark Bastila and Darth Revan, right? Like that's basically what they are. So like, and they're only doing that because they don't have all the Zetas on Darth Revan yet, right? Like,
I'm shocked my arena isn't using an EP lead or a Traya lead with Darth Revan, the backup, you know?
Yeah, like the thing is that a lot of people just don't have Darth Revan finished yet because not everyone had the 5 Zetas for the team.
Trust me, everybody who's running Darth Revan has him Gear 12 plus, like 300 plus speed, and they're still not using those leaders.
Really?
And, like my entire shard is filled with that type of stuff.
You mean just Darth Revan lead?
Yeah, they're all using like Darth Revan leads. Yeah.
No one's using like EP lead then?
I'm like one of 2 people who are using that, but I don't even have Darth Revan in my team.
Yeah, like that's the thing though. Like Darth Revan is definitely beatable, and that's the cool thing about it. So like again, going back to your Scion, like again, I would mod him for speed, and I would make him 1 speed faster than Palpatine.
Okay. Would that help with?
You can figure out secondaries from there, but he can wipe all the buffs and let the AoE stun hit everybody.
What big about that is the AoE. He can eat up the insanity buff that Darth Revan gives.
Would that help against Jedi Knight Revan as well?
Yeah, to clear the tenacity up.
Because I've yet to really be able to beat Darth Revan team or Jedi Revan teams. The only ones I've been able to beat are horribly modded.
The only ones you're going to be able to beat are the ones where you're throwing out speeds to Revan. So basically the ones that are poorly modded.
Yes. I mean, my Thrawn's pretty good. He's not,
Your Thrawn's not 340.
No.
And like even the 300 speed Jedi Revans get plus 40 speed. So like even the average modded ones are just going to crush you once.
You have Traya?
I mean, with Treya.
Do you have Treya unlocked and you use her?
No, not yet.
Get her up the Jedi Revan teams. He'll just mark her instead of Nihilus. Nihilus first turn. It's really, really hard to come back in Jedi Revan teams.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, that's why I run Jedi. That's why I run Darth Nihilus in my Darth Revan team, so he dies.
He's just such a good character, like all around. Plus, he's really tanky once those debuffs are flying around on all his buddies, the trio.
Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't be opposed to like. How fast is your Tron?
276.
Ugh.
The worst I've seen.
That's not particular. Well, I guess that's fine. It depends on where you are, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So
I mean,
I'm actually got some good RNG going, right? I know you guys are
all right.
seconds behind us, but
Stun on Chewie.
Stun on Chewie, and I got 4 left. Boba, he doesn't have Bounty Hunter's Resolve. I could reduce turn meter and maybe keep him stunned a little bit longer, or I could try to finish him out with Greedo's basic, but I don't know.
So,
I don't know if that.
Looking at the current turn order, if you reduce his turn meter, IG-88 will get to go next. So I would do that, and then we'll see where the turn meter is after that.
Yes. Because Greedo has heal block, and so it won't do much to basic because you're unlikely to kill him.
Right. Okay, so IG-88, I can basic, but his basic has been sucking up, and so, but if I AOE, well, then everybody's probably gonna slay him.
Yeah, and Lolo will get a bunch of
Hana's going to go next.
Right.
So, man, that's tough. If he shoots at your Boba Fett, you're done.
Right.
Because it looks like your Boba Fett. It looks like so it's going to be Raidhan and R2, right?
Yeah.
And then it looks like Greedo's going to get to go again after that. So I think I'd use basic on Chewie because you're going to get 2 turns before Chewie gets. It looks like the turn is going to go Chewie, R2, Greedo, Boba Fett.
Right. Gosh.
Not sure if this is a good idea because Han's got all those buffs on him. He's going to hit like a truck this next turn and kill one of you guys.
But if he shoots if he shoots Han, he's going to counterattack.
Yeah, you need to go after.
And then you die. Yeah.
I guess it's a tough one though.
Yeah. So Chewie's not going to regain health and protection because he only gains it when he deals damage.
Right.
Which means he'll be lower for the next guy who gets to take a shot to kill him.
Yeah. God. Well, let's do the basic. We'll just see what happens.
Yeah.
He's got crit on him right now, critical chance up, so maybe there's a chance it'll do pretty good. Yeah. Not perfectly good.
Basically, you want to get around to Boba Fett so you can execute.
Yeah, well, Boba Fett got took out by Han.
I was afraid of that.
Yeah, I was too.
That's rough.
Like, you just needed him to not shoot Boba Fett.
I know, and that's what he exactly did.
Dang.
I would reduce on...
Or I can just go off on basic and hopefully kill him. But...
Restart.
Yeah, I think you got it. Yeah, I would just restart. There's no reason to... Yeah. God, it was so close. If he shoots Greedo, you probably win this. That's so miserable.
Yeah, you would be pretty close. If he would have shot Greedo, or maybe even... Yeah, I guess Greedo would be the best.
Yeah, it's kind of wish probably a good reason I wish I had Boss, because he can soak up the hits from Han if he had to. But...
Man, I remember my boss, once I taunt, he would get lit up. I mean, I would have 50 or 60K protection on him, and it would be gone like before we got a turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had my boss get 160 health and 150 maybe. I had him almost. I think I had him at least 150 health and protection. Just all protection, arrows, and health secondary. Yeah, that's what I did to boss. He was really slow, but never died. Because once he goes frenzy, he takes like 3 turns in a row, and then he taunts again, and then he takes 3 turns in a row, and then he taunts again.
Yeah.
So that was basically my goal. But he doesn't have boss. But I mean, that's the benefit of having boss, because you don't need to put any speed on him.
Yeah.
For this event specifically, I mean. But yeah, that last one was so close, Bold One, man. I feel for you.
Only if Han would have just shot Greedo, and then Boba Fett could execute it, and then we would have been, because we still had Dengar, which was good.
But... Yep. And then you could stun Han after you kill Chewie, because Dengar would get a turn.
Yeah.
And Boba Fett would have gotten Bounty Hunter's Resolve back.
Yep.
The important part. Boba Fett wouldn't be dead. Man.
Yeah. That was the closest in like 80 tries that I've gotten since I was able to take out Han and Chewie. Good Lord. I mean, once you get Chewie out of the way, it really, like, the difficulty decreases significantly, but it's...
The assists, yeah. Agreed. Man, it's just needing that perfect RNG.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I said, at least on this event, you know you're dead pretty quick. Usually. Because you're dead really quick.
I wish Chewie didn't recover so much protection and health, too, at least on the boss fight, because, I mean, I got him in the yellow just now, and then he bounced back in, like, 2 seconds.
Yeah. His AoE lets him recover so much.
Yeah, one of the biggest issues with this too is like every time I was doing it, I had to like sit there and look at turn meter because every time I get to the spot you were at, I had to. There were times that I restarted when I had 4 people because I looked at the turn meter and it's like, yeah, I'm fucking dead.
Yeah, that's basically.
Like my guy takes a turn and then their whole team takes a turn and I'm just gonna die.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna go ahead and call it.
Yeah, and it's like they got 3 people that stun, 2 AoEs. Someone can regenerate health and protection. You got somebody can triple tap you.
Also, R2 stops. Also, R2 stops you from getting bonus turn meter.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Man, I forget how terrible this event is to go through.
Yeah, watching other people go through it is one thing, but putting yourself through it, it's awful.
Yeah. And I'm just reliving when I was doing it. The hope just goes away so fast.
Oh yeah, because there's moments you're like, oh man, I'm really close to actually doing this, and then they take 8 turns, and then everybody's just dead.
Yep.
Well, and like what's happening now is why I said I didn't like putting tenacity on your guys. Is because like these guys are tuned to have 1,000,000 potency. Like they're gonna land their debuffs.
Yeah, I mean the only one I put tenacity on was Cad Bane because he looked like he was getting stunned the most, and so I tried to at least change something up with him, but I left everybody else the same. But I haven't noticed too much of a difference, so that probably means it didn't really make much of a difference in the first place. So
I wish CG would at least release the stats for these characters.
Yes.
Because I have no proof of this, but I swear after watching people do the COS event that they turned the difficulty down. Because I remember when I did it the second time around or whatever, that it was a lot more difficult than people doing it now.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just remembering it differently, but I remember that like it was really hard with like a couple of gear 9.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I think I had gear 9s except for Stormtrooper Han, who was gear 10 or something like that. And I mean, it took me like a day and a half or whatever to beat it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think that they actually tool with the like difficulty on these.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, another example. I have 2-starred the Thrawn Mythic event, and I haven't beaten it in like the last 3 times. They had to have made it harder. It's not like my tunes got worse.
Yeah.
It's right. Like, I mean, sure, it took me like 5 tries to 2-star or whatever, but now it's like 20 tries later, and everybody dies before I get a turn. Like, they have to tune up and down their events, right? They have a little slider where it's like, nah, we're gonna screw people this month.
I bet it's.
Man,
I almost wonder if it's like relevance of the meta or anything. It's like, okay, well, he's not really important now, so we're gonna kind of crank it down a little bit, or I don't know.
So what? There are people who have done like broad spectrum like runs. So like in the month of January, the drop rates on all the Jedi Knight Revan characters went from like 30% down to like 22% or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like this was like over the course of like 20 or 30 people, so it wasn't like a small sample size either.
Right.
I'm not saying that they tuned down the drop rates, but like
that makes you wonder.
I'm pretty sure they do. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they do. They kind of tweak the drop rates based on when the event's coming.
Yeah. Man,
I mean, it's smart.
What is it? Jared, the smoke screen, when Dengar stealths, the enemy team cannot go under stealth.
Yeah.
But was it the military might event with the Empire? That mythic event is hard.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I'm missing one tune to really be able to do it well. And I'm a little under geared. But yeah, okay. Sometimes I have trouble with it.
I sometimes forget that like I have full gear 12 plus Raidhan and Chewbacca and CLS. I sometimes forget that not everyone like not I told you guys my triangle on CLS like with the plus 180 speed on the crit damage mod. not everyone has like not I mean like I've been playing 2 years. Like not everybody has the mods that are quite as good as mine. I get that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I always kind of forget because like I have to like manual the last round on the mythic one, but I can auto the first 7 tiers.
Dude, Mark, that mythic Thrawn event, that's stupid.
Yep.
I mean, when Chopper's hitting a crit for 12 and 13,000 damage on his basic,
we need that Phoenix in the game, please. They aren't used.
It is the dumbest thing.
I had a buddy of mine who actually kind of did an experiment where he put like his best offense mods on the chopper and he was hitting for like 10k on crits, and it's like I can't even like replicate these mods. Like whatever they're putting on these characters, I can't even replicate it. So no, I definitely get what you're saying. Like
it's Chopper's turn. I'm fine. No.
I had Short Trooper like almost one-shotted by Ezra. That was fun. So this is happening now, guys. Got it. Yeah, Mark, I beat it once. No, I beat it 2 times in a row, got 2 stars, and I haven't been able to get close since. I promise my tunes didn't get worse either.
2 Omegas for that event. Oh man.
No. That event actually gives you like 380,000 credits and like speed mods.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh dang.
Event? Yeah, I think it gives you speed mods and like 300 something K.
Oh, that's kind of nice though.
Yeah. No, the assault battle was the one we talked about a little bit ago, Mark. That one has 2 Omegas as the reward.
Yeah. Man, the last one that went through with the Separatists, I still have not been able to beat that mythic event. My Jedi are kind of subpar.
Wait, which
but
one?
The Separatist one where you got to use
Military
Jedi.
Might? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That one. Once you get Jedi Knight Revan, you can almost auto that.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, once you get him, right? Like, Jedi Knight Revan lets you auto almost everything in this summer.
I'm not looking forward to that.
I honestly don't know why we haven't had it. It's been like a year and a half since the last level cap, maybe 2 years. No, I think it's been like a year and a half. Because I think only so much money you can spend to get to level 90 because eventually the refreshes cost 800 crystals. Right? So, like, you have to think about how they're getting their experience, too.
Tyler, see you later, man. Have a good night.
Yeah, man. Thanks for being here. I appreciate your support. It's been like, I don't know how long we've been going. It's been a long time. And
two and a half, 3 hours now, probably.
Yeah, we're almost at 3 hours.
Yeah, and have made a lot of progress.
You have a 6-star Chewie, and you have about maybe 100 attempts under your belt.
I would push it to 150 by now, probably.
No, Mark, I don't think a level 90 cap would break the game. I think a level 90 cap would make it a lot easier to pass all these like crappy events that we struggle with.
Yes.
I also think the problem with the level 90 cap is that we are getting gear 13 then. Right? Like,
that's going to be terrible.
No, but you get what I'm saying, though, right? Like, if we get a level increase, we're also getting that last piece of the gear. That empty slot. And on top of that, we're probably getting, like, another level of abilities. Or a new style of ability. Right? It's not just a level 90 cap. They're not going to be that nice.
Yeah.
Right? It's going to come with another gear piece and, like, an Ultra Zeta. Right? Where, like, only one character of every faction gets an Ultra Zeta. Chris, we got it down to 3v5 with a chip chair chance, and then Han Solo was a dick.
Yep.
So I went back
and when I say we, I mean Bold One, and we laughed.
So 2 hours and 12 minutes ago is when he went into Tier 7 for the first time.
That's the problem, though, Mark. I don't think that they'd give us a new tier of, like, this credit heist if they went to level 90. I think they would just crunch us.
Yeah.
They wouldn't give us another tier of daily challenges and add Zetas. Like, so, for example, the last level of daily challenges now can sometimes give you an Omega. They're not going to give us another one on top of that might sometimes give us a Zeta and guarantee us an Omega, right? They're not going to make resources that easy, even if we go to level 90. The reason that they go to level 90 is because all the whales are flush with resources, right? So look at Warrior, for example. Warrior Presents. He's Omega'd every single character in the game. Like, wait until people like him have 200 Omegas, and then, like, they're going to, like, raise the level cap for the people like me who spend some money, right? They don't need to milk the whales. They need to milk people like me. Once I'm done Omegaing all the characters I want to Omega, that's when they're you know what I'm saying? Like, once they burn the people like my resources out, that's when they'll do it. Right? Oh, Chris, don't worry about it. You just need him gear. You just need him the 6-star. I mean, this. You want him at 7-star. You don't need him at 7-star. All the PvE content you can do at 6-star.
Yeah. I will say it will help to have them for territory battles if you're still trying to get the guild event special mission. If you're trying to do that, I mean, it'll be helpful there. But other than that, it's
Oh, there's a good question. There's a good. Oh, never mind. He's talking to Chris. I thought he was talking to Bold One. That's a good question, Bold One. Do you have Bosk?
Nope.
We've been here for 2.5. We've been here for 2.5 hours. He doesn't have Bosk.
You sure?
Yeah, the 2.5 hours. Did you imagine? Yeah, probably, Mark. It'll probably be like 8 to 9 million to go between like 85 to 90. It'll be stupid expensive.
Yeah.
It'll probably keep us leveling up for like 6 months too.
Oh wow, we actually killed Chewbacca this time. Great, but now everybody.
I was say we're behind. God.
Yeah. It didn't matter. There was 2 people left by the time I got him killed, and everybody else just got uploaded.
There
I don't know if he's top 10, Mark, but he's really, really good. The top 10 is really hard to crack.
Yeah, it is. It's very difficult. Yeah, I kind of going back to Cubs' top 25 or whatever he has. This is a month where I disagree with it pretty heavily.
I mean, Jedi Knight Revan isn't even the best character in the game. Like, Lee is the best character on that team. You can't kill him. He reses the entire team and reduces his cooldowns to res the team again.
Yeah, because now that I think about it, I mean, you could put Jolie on a Basilisk-led team, and it would still be devastating.
Although, Mark, I'm pretty sure that Bosk is a top 5 faction leader, if that helps your list. He might even be like close to a top 10 leader.
Yeah.
I mean, top 10 Toon is really tough because, like, yeah, we have like CLSs and Thrawns and Bastilish Fallens, right? Like Scions. Look at the 1v1 tournaments. Look at the 1v1 tournaments. We have so many good tunes. Yeah, Boss
Let me see
is
if
really
I can
good.
find, let's see here. If y'all don't mind me doing a little bit of a spoiler here, go back and see what his top 25 is.
Well, like, you're not really spoiling anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched some of his in the background, but like I don't know. I like Cubs Fan Han, don't get me wrong. Just a lot of his content is, I don't want to call it boring, but
okay, so Bastille was 11.
Okay. Chad, I'm not sure that JTR is top 10, but I do agree that most of the Journey characters are top 10. JTR just doesn't really have a use because like C-3PO is better in a CLS team.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Probably this December when the new movie comes out, JTR or Jedi Master Ray or.
I really want to see I really want to see a Journey Kylo and a Legendary Ray.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Because I don't want a second Journey Ray. I'm sorry, I just don't.
No. Okay, well, you got to think about this. I do not think we're going to get a third Ray at this point because I would say we don't have a third CLS yet.
Yeah.
That is why I say that.
I think that there's a fair chance we get a Ray.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't think it's a great. Okay, I think it's better than 50-50 that we get a Ray. I think it's close to like 75-25. I do agree that if we get a Ray, it will be a special Ray. It won't be a marquee. But like, I don't know how loaded. So like, here's the thing, right? You have to look at what they did last year. They front loaded all their marquees and then gave us like legendaries out the ass and paywalls out the ass, right? So like, look what they're doing. We have to see what they do next month, the next like 2 to 3 months, and we'll have a better picture of how many legendaries we're looking at the end of the year, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're not going to give us like 10 legendaries in a year. But their fiscal year just ended, right? With Darth Revan. So we're going to have to see what their next couple of months bring us before because we can speculate all we want, but I assume we're going to get like a Padme and like some other stuff from like the CW thing, right? Clone Wars.
Yeah, I would love Clone Wars content.
It's long overdue.
I wouldn't Zeta Boba for this event.
Yeah, I don't see Boba Fett helping me, his Zeta helping me get out of this.
Boba Fett's Zeta doesn't help the RNG.
Yes. Because you still need to kill somebody. And if you can't kill anybody, then his Zeta does nothing. But yeah, this top 10 that he has is
dubious.
It's
well, let's run it down while we're here because we'll be here probably for a little while longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm probably only going to go for 20 more minutes, and then if I can't get, I'm going to have to go to sleep because I got work and school tomorrow. So I'm going to have to give it another try tomorrow night if I can't get through it here in the next 20 minutes or so.
Screw you, Chad.
This is the one that I disagree with the most. And we'll start at number 25. Right. Palpatine.
25 is probably fine for him. Somewhere between 20 and 25. He's not okay. He's not useful because he's useful. He's useful because the supporting cast is good. Or
I can rather, get that.
Or rather, here's a better way, I guess, to explain it. Palpatine is really good right now because his leadership makes other tunes way better right now.
Yeah.
So I kind of agree with him being kind of low on the list.
And then it goes Crew, Towson, Asajj, Jolie.
Well, Jolie should be way higher.
Then,
but
yeah.
Jolie's the number one character I want deleted from the game, so he should probably be higher.
And then 20 is HK, 19 Bastila, R2, Kenobi, Bosk.
Kenobi and Bastila probably could be higher. I don't have a problem with HK being that low, though. R2's probably a bit low. R2 should probably always be like top 15.
Yeah, I mean, R2 is so dependent on how you mod him.
Yeah.
That's the biggest
Mark and Chad. Yeah, Cubs has a list of 100 players that vote on this. I'm not saying that I'm just saying that those 100 people are wrong because what he does is he takes their votes because they all vote for the top 25 and then he takes their votes by numbers. So if you put a Jedi Knight Revan number 1, he gets 25 points and then he just goes down like that and he adds up all the points and whoever's first is first.
Yes.
I'm just saying that enough of these people got it wrong. So, that's kind of what we're saying. That, like, everybody's wrong but us. And we're allowed to say that. Because we're on
YouTube. Yes, we are live streaming, not on our channel, at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right? To be fair, this has been a blast. So I mean, like,
oh yeah,
I'm probably gonna end up doing this for like the next legendary event because I'll probably be ready for the next. I might do this for the next legendary event, just be miserable for everybody else.
Hey, I've had a blast tonight. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but this has been a lot of fun.
Bold one, how have you been tonight outside of the constant like just being miserable?
It's actually been pretty enjoyable to have other people like talking and hanging out. Cause I can imagine sitting here in silence and by myself. Like I don't know. I would be so angry. I would have like an hour ago, to be honest. But
yeah, I was about to say
fun for the most part. Like it could be worse.
You would not be angry right now, Bold One. You would be asleep.
Yeah, you're right. I would be asleep.
All right, let's continue with this. We were at 15, right?
Yes, we are at the top 15. And by the way, I'd say Bosk is probably pretty good at 16, I would say.
He's definitely top 25. I wouldn't claim to be able to make a list, right? Because that's tough.
Right.
Like, he'd definitely be in the top 25. Like, I don't think one person can sit down and make like an actual list with like by themselves. But yeah, I think he's top 25 for sure.
So, starting at 15, we got BB-8, Ness.
The bold one. You need to move your mic into the same room as your mouth.
What's that?
You need to move your mic into the same room as your mouth. It means you're quiet.
Dude, I'm so exhausted. I'm being punished over and over and over again.
And not in a fun way.
Yeah, not in a fun way either. It's just awful.
God, that has me rolling. Like, we're screenshotting that. We're posting that in the Discord.
Okay, who's the YouTuber that does like the comment of the night? Because that is it.
Yeah, I'm not even commenting on my own channel.
Yeah, you have 3 people just running their. You have 2 or 3 people just running their mouths on your channel while you're just failing.
Hey, I'm just having just as fun as you guys are.
But here's the thing though, Mark. They don't value ships. That's not included in the voting.
Yeah. Yeah, chip sadly is not taken into more of a consideration. But okay, so we'll start back at 15. BB-8, Nest, Scion, Nihilus, Badstilla.
I mean, Badstilla's low, but the other 4 are fine, probably.
Yeah.
Or I'd agree that they're probably in the top 15 range, but Badstilla should be closer to the top 5.
I agree with that. BB-8, I don't know. BB-8, I always see him up there, and I'm always like, eh.
Okay, so BB-8 is kind of like Wampa. He's like the ultimate raid character, except unlike Wampa, he has, use in PvP. And I don't mean PvP as in like GA, because like Wampa's okay in GA because he can do stuff. I'm talking about just like, so think about it this way. Whenever we have a character that does something cool with buffs, we call it an Illuminated Destiny. Right?
Yeah.
Every new character is literally an homage to him when we talk about it. Right? Like his ability turned into a keyword or like a verb. Right? So like if you can do that, you deserve to be in the top 25. And the fact that he's still used almost everywhere today.
Yeah, I definitely agree he's in top 25 though.
Again, it's hard to measure how good you. That's like trying to measure like football players or something, right? Once you're elite, it's hard to measure how good you are. Like we know who the top 5 are, but once you start getting into like the 6 through 25, it's really close. You're splitting hairs.
Yeah, I agree. So we ready for top 10?
Yep.
At number 10, Han Solo, C-3PO, Grandmaster Yoda, Rey Jedi Training, Chewie.
I mean, that's weird because I'd have Chewie, C-3PO, and Badstilla all in my top 5. I don't know about you, but I'd have all 3 of those in my top 5.
You said Han, Chewie, and Badstilla?
No, Chewie, C-3PO, and Badstilla I'd have in my top 5.
Okay, I would say that's very close.
I mean, I'm okay if you disagree with me. I'm just saying, like, I think those 3 tunes, like, along with like Jedi Knight Revan and like, I don't know, maybe CLS are the top 5 tunes in the game. Like Thrawn is obviously the best plug and play too, but like,
yes,
he's also another tough one to measure. But yeah, other than that, like I don't really tough. Badstilla's right up. Badstilla's right up there with Thrawn though, as far as like plug and play goes, because she plug and plays with like 4 or 5 different leaders, and then she has like a fear, a shock, and like an AOE, and like a really, really freaking dumb unique.
Yes.
Corrupted Battle Meditation.
The protection regain.
And it locks. It's a locked freaking buff.
Yeah,
or debuff.
it is stupid. And I mean, still showing ability blocks on a basic.
Yeah, well, I mean, the other Bastilla does too.
Yeah, but I mean, still, that That's a really good basic.
The event you can actually finish. Yes, the executrix is the event you can actually finish.
And then,
yeah, Mark. Crystals are crystals, man. If you can take number 1 in ships, like I like any way that I get free crystals, man.
So top 5 is probably very controversial. It's Traya, Thrawn, CLS, Darth Revan, Jedi Revan.
Why is Traya in the top 5?
I'm honest to see Traya up there.
Traya doesn't do anything besides be a proxy leader for your Darth Revan when you don't have Zetas. Like, where is she useful outside of GA and TW?
Yeah.
I don't use her in TB. Darth Revan took her spot because I can now auto instead of having to manual the last couple of waves in P6. No, I'm serious though. Like with Traya lead, you had to sometimes manual phase 6, or the last wave or 2 in phase 6. With Darth Revan, you just put it on auto. And this is with Gear 8 Assassin and Gear 8 Marauder, who don't die because they don't get a turn. Right? Like, oh, and my Darth Revan was Gear 8 for Dark Side Territory battle. Like, no, like, I don't really see, like, Treya's good. She's still probably the second best 3v3 team, but that to me is not enough to put you in the top 5.
Yeah.
I mean, she's the top 3 hardest character to obtain in the game. It's C-3PO, Chewbacca, and her. I mean, we're witnessing Chewbacca right now.
I know.
And what do you have, like 3 or 4 Gear 12?
Yeah, 4 of them are Gear 12, 1's Gear 11.
This reminds me of what CG Carey said about the Darth Revan event. I can't speak to anyone's skill, but it'll be difficult. Because they said
difficult. I actually didn't watch any of the gameplay because I didn't want to spoil it. Like the journey.
Yes and no.
Kind of thing.
Yes and no. So like the biggest problem was that there was so without spoiling anything, in tier 5 there were 4 waves. Mm-hmm. The problem was that all the RNG was in wave 4, which means if you had to quit, you had to do the first 3 over again.
Right.
So that's what it was like Thrawn that way, right? So like it was difficult, like not that it was easy, but like the RNG was in the final one, and that was annoying. Thankfully, there was like a kill order, which made it a lot easier. You still had to restart a few times. And then the last tier was really annoying if you were under gear.
Yeah.
But other than that, like it wasn't super difficult, but it was like I'd call it Thrawn hard. He was hard. It was hard, but it wasn't this.
Yeah. Didn't want to make you pull your hair out every turn.
Yeah. Like I had Gear 11 and Tier 5 took me 5 tries.
That's not bad.
And Tier 7 took me 8 tries at Gear 11. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it wasn't awful, but like I said, it was hard. If you get them up to like Gear 10, Gear 11, you'll be fine. The people who did it with like Gear 7, they're just masochists.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think you can put a character in the top 25 just because it's the third hardest, like in the top 3 hardest characters to obtain, right? Like going back to Traya, sorry. Like Traya is excellent, don't get me wrong, but like Traya is excellent because of the other 2 she's with. Like Traya is excellent because she has Isolate, and like, you know, her leadership is okay, but like her unique Zeta and her Isolate, that is why she is good.
You see, I made a few comments, and Cubs would always reply to me and say, "This is a list. If you're taking the characters at the best place you can put them in," and so they're taking Traya with Sign and with Nihilus.
Yes, no, but I understand that, but I still wouldn't put her that high. Like if you take a 5v5 team and you take the Traya team, 5th, maybe 6th. Why is she a top 5 tune if her team isn't even in the top 5?
Now, what would you say the Traya team is?
Well, I mean the Triumvirate +2, right? So like if we say not with Thrawn, so if we're talking GA and TW, right? Because like that's basically why she's here.
Yes.
So she basically is with Sith Trooper and like maybe Dooku, right? That team isn't better than the JTR team. It's not better than the CLS team. It's not better than Jedi Knight Revan, and it's not better than Darth Revan. I would almost argue that, like, man, there's just so many teams that can. I don't know, man. I beat a Trey team with a. I don't know, man. It's tough. I beat a Trey team with like a Wigs team, like a Wigs Rebels team.
Oh, wow.
They had a 5-star. They had a 5-star Trey, but like, I don't know.
I mean, I've beaten Trey teams with my PAL Arena team, and they don't really get a turn.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You can beat Trey with Pelp, with like Pelp, Vader, Shore Trooper, Death Trooper, and like Thrawn. Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that team's better than Trey, but I'm saying if you're the fourth or fifth best team in the entire game, and you require 2 other tunes to be as good as you are, why are you in the top 5? That's what I'm trying to wrap my brain around, right? Like, I'm not saying I think she's the top 20. I think all 3 of them are top 25, but like they're all closer to the 15 to 25 range than they are to the top 5 range.
Because Nihilus and Scion, they're 12 and 13 respectively.
They're also more plug and play. Like, Scion is just an excellent tank you can play with. You can use with like EP because he has an AOE AOE debuffs.
Yeah.
Right. So he speeds up the team, and Nihilus just annihilates. So you can put him with like a Rex team or a Phasma team. Like, he just plugs in everywhere. He also dispels on basic. Trey has isolate and a cleanse. Where's Rex? Right. Like, if we're going off cleanse, where's Rex and Chirrut? Where's Hoda?
And so with would you say Nihilus should be ranked better than Trey?
Probably not. I think Scion's the best of the 3.
Really?
Yeah. Scion goes in more teams. Like, okay, if you look at like if you look at like GA, TB, and all that stuff, I think Scion goes in more teams, including Arena, because he fits under more leaders. Like, Darth Scion fits under Darth Revan.
Yeah.
I literally said I used Darth Nihilus on my Darth Revan team against Jedi Knight Revan because Jedi Knight Revan kills him first. He is literally just a meat shield. He is a meat shield, so I can hit auto. I mean, I'm just saying, like.
Yeah. I mean, if that's what it is, that's what it is.
I just don't think you can, in good faith, put Trey in the top 5. I mean, unless this is like top 5 characters at their peak, right? But like, then we'd need like Rex up there again, right? Like, whereas Talzin should be way higher.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with the 2 Revans being 1 and 2, and I really don't have a problem with Thrawn in the top 5. Like, Trey is the only one that really gets me. Like, if they have a group of people voting on like where to put Traya, like, how do you... I'm trying to think of all the places I use her, and it's like GA and TW and list. Right? Like, I can't think of another place I use her. I don't use her lead in the assault battle. I use EP because it makes my team faster and I can hit auto. Right? Like, I'm pretty sure I use EP lead with my Sith everywhere else for like PvE. Because Traya lead, it's harder to hit auto because it takes forever.
I kind of lean toward Palpatine's pretty much a better leader than Traya.
Well, his kit's not better. He's just a better leader.
Yes, he better leader.
And that's because the Sith just throw out debuffs, but that's by design. The Jedi throw out buffs and the Sith throw out debuffs, and that's just by design.
Right.
Again, I don't have a problem with the list because like 100 people voted on it, but like, the other question is when did they vote on it?
I think they voted
was this before or after Darth Revan kicked the shit out of them in Arena?
I think this was a few weeks after Darth Revan hit.
Well, I mean, it's been a week and a half since Darth Revan hit. Right? The event literally ended this Monday. So
Okay.
that's what I'm asking. That's why I'm asking, when did they vote? Did they vote last weekend? Did they vote last week? Like, because Darth Revan wasn't as good last week because we hadn't, like, not enough people had him leveled up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, like, Darth Revan's not even the best character on his team.
Yeah, no.
Like, he's third. He's third. And it depends on if you're running Scion or Thrawn. Right? Like, I don't know. I struggle to put characters in the top 5 just because of their leaderships.
Yeah. And I've kind of started thinking that same way, because now I would a lot of people would really probably hate me for this, but I've thought about if Jedi Revan.
Okay, thanks, Shad. Yeah, they voted within a couple days of Darth Revan dropping. I don't disagree with your list, except I don't think I could, in good faith, put JTR in my top 5. Also, that's probably incorrect if they put Darth Revan at number 1. What were you going to say? Sorry about that. I cut you off.
Honestly, I'm not completely sure, but I'll fill it to say Fallen Bastila should be much higher.
Yes.
I mean, the
yeah,
fact
that's
that
fair.
She transformed my arena team, and she's not a leader. Please.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair, Chad. I'd give her more points after the Finn rework. Again, the reason I struggle to put JTR in the top 5 is because, like, she's good because BB-8 and C-3PO are good. And R2. Like, JTR herself her leadership is only really good in P1. Like, think about it this way. JTR in 3v3 doesn't actually beat Bosk or Crew consistently. You have to, like...
Well...
You have to outmod your opponent. If you have better mods than your opponent, you can win. But, like, if you have equal mods in 3v3, like, the JTR team just doesn't have a ton of DPS. Like, they rely on explosives to deal damage to you. But those explosives against both, against Bosk, they have so much protection they have so much regeneration that it's sometimes hard to kill them. Like, I don't lose to Bosk, I sometimes time out against Bosk.
You time out against Bosk?
I've come very close to it. Against well-modded Bosk teams, yes, I've come very close to timing out using JTR in 3v.
So how would you mod Bosk?
Health and protection and speed. The problem is that the 3v3 one they use Bosk and Boba, and Jango. So you have to kill 5 tunes in 3v3. Right?
Yeah.
That's the issue with that team. Again, you give me an 8-minute timer, I'd never lose against Bosk. Crew, sometimes they gain more health than you can do because BB-8's a noodle and R2's not much better.
I actually kind of have my BB-8 sometimes crits for 10, 12K.
Yeah, but soloing the hat's not impressive when C-3PO does literally all the work.
And at this point, going through the raids, I mean, it's cool and all, but
that's like saying CLS is the best tune ever because he can solo the Rancor by himself.
Yeah. I mean, enough people can go through the raids. It's
like Finn. You could solo the raid with Finn. The fact that we now use JTR to solo it because they nerfed Finn doesn't give JTR more points. In my book, at least, for the hat. Because JTR could already solo most of the raid anyways. Like,
yeah,
I could do from the end of P2 all the way down, right? Like, I could do 31 million with JTR.
we had people doing that, even with like Young Han.
Like, I can auto P4 with JTR. Like, I have to manual P3 because P3 sucks. But like, there's like a YOLO and a Wampa team. Like, they both have Akbar lead. Are we gonna put Akbar in our top 10 because he can solo the hat?
Yeah.
I just don't think soloing raids is a decent metric for putting a character in your top 5.
Yeah.
She's excellent. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to like say she's bad, but like when you talk about the top 5, you have to be like super nitpicky. Like, who are you kicking from the top 5? Like, you said Jedi Revan, Darth Revan, CLS, C-3PO, JTR. Where's Thrawn?
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't have either Revan in my top 5 if I did the top 5. Not because they're not good, but because I think that I think they are more support characters for their team. I don't think they're important because they're lead.
Hey Joe, what are you asking specifically about mod speed?
Well, I was just about to say I'm probably going to call it after this one, and then maybe tomorrow or some other time this week I'm going to retry this. I can't stay awake at this point. I'm getting my ass handed to me really bad. So, but I'll say this before I go. Thanks guys for hanging out with me the whole time. It's been awesome to have all you guys here, both the Discord group and the chat. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have stuck around this long for somebody.
But, oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So it's been awesome. Hopefully, I might in the morning try to read some strategy. I don't know if there is strategy to this besides being patient, but
so the strategy with Boba lead is essentially you have to A, survive, B, kill Chewie first, and hope you win.
Yeah. I mean, worst case scenario, I don't get Chewie 7 stars this time around, and then I just get Jango and Bosk for next time. But
I mean, to be fair, there's no Rebel node in Phase 6 of Lightside TV.
There's no Rebel node?
Yeah. So you don't need Chewbacca for that.
Right.
At 7 star, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think. I mean, besides his stats, obviously would be good. I mean, he's okay in Phase 3 of Chex Mix with Chex Mix on Heroic Sith Raid, but
yep.
So yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and head out. I appreciate you guys being on the stream and stuff. It's been awesome to have the support and stuff, but I do have to sleep. So
take it easy, man. I definitely